Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast presented by MSI, and I am your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, co-captain of the ship. That's right, he's our little soda pop, Jeff Grubb.
I was muted. That's right. I go pop, pop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Oh, that's a good song. That's right. He's our own little bird with multiple eyes and a fun little black hat, Jeff Bakalar.
Oh my God. What's that bird's name? I don't care. I love it. The bird and the cat. That movie is so good. All the music is amazing. We are living in a K-pop Demon Hunters world, folks.
Of course, yeah.
And not to worry, folks. He's ready to seal the Han Moon all by himself, facing his own history and his own demons inside of him. Dan Reichert.
I watched that entire movie and I still had no idea what you guys were talking about a second ago.
That's right.
And we have the most musical man. He doesn't need any serums to fix his voice because his voice truly is golden. And he's the bad boy of Games Media. So maybe he's a little Saja boy himself. Mike Minotti.
Are you ready for the breakdown? Jeff Grubb is actually a scrub.
The hell was that, Mike?
If you still went with takedown, it would have worked.
Ow, my
I said
feelings.
breakdown, the takedown. Shit!
Mike.
Right now. Well, no. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm having a character development, and I realized that bringing down others is not the solution to my problems. I should instead lift up myself and my friends.
I don't think you need to hear that at all. I think
It actually might be toxic for you specifically.
yeah.
Yeah, is there so much? Well, I guess toxic positivity is a thing, right? Where it's like you're just inundated with too much vibes that you're like, all right, I've never seen the bad of anything anymore.
I am definitely. I'm a bit off kilter today, and I apologize for it. I'm a little distressed.
Why?
Are you shoot distressed, or is this like a
I don't know if
He's setting something up.
Why do you? I know. Don't ask.
I can
why.
tell.
You setting us up?
My front,
Are you
my
a
front,
chipmunk now? What's
My
happening?
front tooth is chipped.
How
Very
did you do
comfortable.
that?
Well, so it's a very long story. In the third grade, I was fighting.
Okay, no,
Damn.
wait,
How does this go back to the third grade? There's
That
no
is long.
fucking way. Skip to this weekend or whenever it happened.
You shut up and listen.
There's no way
Yeah.
that's necessary.
No.
Yeah, I wanna hear this.
No. We're taking the off ramp. Daddy's taking a different route to get to the destination sooner. Mike, what happened?
In the third grade, I and another kid were fighting over a puppet, and during the fight, my face got slammed into a marble windowsill, and my front tooth chipped off. Ever since then, I've had a series of crowns and caps on this tooth, and like every 5 years or so, something happens, like a chip, or it just comes off.
A new puppet.
A new puppet that I have
Why
to
do you
beat
like
up
the
a
Muppets
child
then?
over.
That isn't traumatic for you?
Not traumatic, more annoying and upsetting. And I hate the feeling of a chip. Now, it's a very tight chip right now. All that happened this time was I was at some market store, and they had artisanal root beer. So I bought a root beer, and I was like in my car, like trying to put stuff away. So I put like the root beer bottle in my mouth. I was just holding it with my teeth. And I guess I bit down on it too hard, and it chipped. So that's all it was. They're saving me today, at least. Actually, 3:30. So shortly after this podcast, I'm just going to go to the dentist. Hopefully, I hope they can just kind of put something there and not take off the whole cap and have to make a new one. It's a whole thing. It's not. I don't even know if you guys can see. It's not that bad, but it's driving me
not at all. I
crazy.
can't see
I
at all.
hate it.
Because you're
Can you
tonguing
feel
it. You're tonguing the chip.
Yeah, but you can't stop yourself, right? Once you notice it, your tongue just does its own thing. Oh,
Can we stop getting up close and everyone's mouth?
Oh, that's not.
I don't
Yeah,
need
I can see that.
like,
Audio listeners are missing out.
It's bad for business there.
Yeah. Speaking about teeth, Mike, move your camera a little
I'm
bit.
getting
There
it.
you go. Speaking about teeth, boys, I need everyone's opinion here. The public opinion, public court of opinion. Is that
Court
what
of public
The
opinion.
court of public opinion. Yep.
Court of Owls? Got it. I want to get a grill again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh, yeah.
thinking, like bottom 8 here.
Okay.
I don't have the
Now,
straightest teeth
now
on
to
my
be
bottom
clear,
teeth.
me and Mike both thought you meant a grill to cook on.
So did
Oh, I'm so white.
Me and him
I knew,
absolutely were
Jan.
excited to talk about
I knew,
propane versus
Jan.
charcoal.
We were just
Jan-
talking about teeth. Jan, I'm with you.
Yeah.
did. Thank you for following the thread.
Yeah.
I'm programmed to know that's what you mean as well. Yeah.
No, I knew you would know as well, Backlar. I
Just
didn't know these two
lost
over
as hell
here.
over here for a second. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, what a pivot. But yeah, grills are great. Don't let Jeff tell you that you can't taste the smoky charcoal flavor.
Doesn't make that much
You
of a difference.
absolutely
Propane's
can.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Just get a cheap Weber grill with some good old charcoal nuggies. You'll be
But
good.
see, now we don't have to have this conversation because it wasn't
No.
about these kinds
Yeah.
of grills
I
at
don't hear
all.
about Jan's grill.
So I'm thinking, right? Like I'm a little self-conscious about my bottom teeth because it's not like the straightest. I thought, fuck it, whatever. If I'm just gonna get like gold teeth, fuck it. And I was thinking bottom 8, but then should I also add like the canines on top? Like so 2 on top. here.
Okay.
I like
yeah.
it. Yeah. I like
I'm
it, yeah.
afraid I cannot provide any helpful advice.
Oh, you have an aesthetic eye, Bacalar. Don't sell yourself short. You know
I'm
what
a-
looks good.
I am.
You have a taste for fashion.
What's that?
You have a taste for fashion.
I
You know
do.
what's
I
good.
just think this is a section of fashion, perhaps, that I cannot.
Would they be
add.
long fangs? Like, could they
Yeah.
come like all the way-
No. Not just 2 fangs, Jan. Go full shark.
full shark. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They,
Platinum shark.
grills seem tremendously uncomfortable.
They are.
Okay,
Do you take them
But-
out to eat? Do they pop out like an Invisalign?
you
Yeah, they
have
pop
to.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the swag, Bacalar, you got to factor in the swag.
I get it.
Do have swag during
Fashion. There's a price to pay. I understand.
Now, my problem is the guy that I went to originally for my old grill, I think may have died. So R.I.P. Mr. Bling Bling.
Yeah. He had a mysterious infection on his mouth.
Anyways,
On
how's
his
everyone?
mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
he
don't know how
died
it
of
got-
mouth.
He died of mouth. What a way to go. How is everyone else doing? I hope your mouths and teeth are fine.
Yeah.
For reasons that will probably be clear tomorrow in a video, I yesterday spent some time in a security office watching Ben Hansen have to provide his information to security officers, and there was a police woman there too, and that was very funny to me.
Oh, Ben.
Yes. Where does Ben Hansen rank on funniest friend to see get in close to like trouble with the police? Like,
I think he would be second only to Minotti.
Right. That's
I
what I
would
was
hate
saying.
it.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the last person I
know.
wanna.
Because Mike,
Yeah.
I think Mike it would be pretty sad because he just wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah,
He would
no,
feel
it
so
would be the
terrible.
most anxiety I've ever seen Mike have. I've just seen the man like be confronted with the concept of jaywalking and just not
Yeah.
be able to handle
Right.
it.
I don't want that to happen to him.
I've seen-
Ben is kind of a funny thought through and through.
Ben's
Yeah.
was hilarious. Yes,
Yeah.
it was really good. And I was also sitting next to him, but I was not the one in trouble, so I just got to sit there and just.
Yeah, but you are a narc, and I feel like.
No, I was there. I was just sitting there. I was
by,
neutral.
By
you
your
know?
own admission. Hello? Is this
was
the police?
He was the one that security had a blurry photo of that they were following around an amusement park looking for. So I
what,
was
blurry?
not in trouble.
Why was it blurry?
It was just
shitty
like security
camera. It's
footage.
not Disney.
And they're like, go find this man.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Maybe I have also thought about this, but I kind of hate the dystopian future we live in for multiple reasons. But I've seen so many people wearing those meta glasses, the Ray-Bans with the camera in them, and it kind of freaks me out.
I don't think I would be able to spot them in the wild. What are they? Meta.
They look like
Ray-Ban?
sunglasses for the most part. Dan, I think I agree that you would not be able to spot them.
I
gotta-
know
you
that
gotta-
Mary, all of Mary's Instagram stuff I see are uploaded from sunglasses, which I don't really understand how that works.
Yeah, those. She's got the Ray-Ban sunglasses. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jan, I'm with you. I don't know, like, when the glass hole thing like went away, and now these glasses are. They seem like they're cool and hip. I did not realize that had happened.
I think it's because they're much more
Well, I get that
fashionable.
They are
and-
more
Not the little,
fashionable,
like,
but I thought the
Dragon
whole
Ball
point
thing.
was there's a man with the camera looking at me all the time at this bar.
It's
That's
because
weird.
they're subtle. They're much more subtle. I mean, I've Greg Miller wore them. I feel like for all of SGF.
That's the most
if
subtle
memory
man
serves.
alive. Well, I don't really
Yeah.
know.
He doesn't want anyone to notice him. So
Yeah.
No, but he definitely he wasn't advertising that he had cameras on his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Wow, so you just got to assume that now that like
I think you
anybody
gotta
could
have to
be.
share.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Wow.
Yes.
That stinks.
How
That
do you
stinks.
get it to record? Do you just tell it like, "Hey, glasses record," or?
There's probably a capacitive touch on
Yeah,
the
like a
side on the
gesture.
band there.
Oh, okay.
I've not used one.
I have not.
I
no
don't want to be accused of being a creep, so I will not be wearing one of these things. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought several times in like the last week, like, oh, that'd be fun as like a B cam or something. And then I thought of the implications of everything afterwards, where it's like, ooh, I don't want my friends to be uncomfortable talking around me because I'm constantly recording, or the prospect of constantly recording.
Yeah.
I do think you will eventually be wearing cameras on your.
I think it'll just be built into. I have a camera with me all the time, right?
It'll be optional though. Like you don't.
I know. But when people make the argument of like, oh, I'm not going to put an Alexa in my home, then I'll have a microphone listening to me all the time. It's like, oh, honey, you definitely already have that constantly with your phone.
Your TV,
like don't.
Your phone and your,
you can't fool yourself like that. But you're right. There is a difference between that and something on your face that is always looking where you're looking. That's a little different. But I also, Beckler, I think you're right that eventually I'm just going to buy something that has this stuff built in, and I'll be like, whatever, I still want this thing, and then I'll use it. You're right. I think that'll happen eventually.
Do the Meta glasses, are they also like Bluetooth headphones or like a microphone or something?
I would hope so, because like I've had glasses that have the bone conducting like audio thing, so you could just wear them and they send them a sound into your ear without having to put anything in your ear, and those were pretty decent. And it's like, if I'm going to be paying a lot of money for one of these things, I kind of want it to have all that functionality.
Sure.
Hey, Grubb, I know I'm not normally the news guy, but I did just get a press release that I'm going to plug into the news segment.
Yeah, go throw it in there.
To tease it, Acclaim is back.
Yeah, it's already in there.
It's already in there. Okay,
no, it's
great.
in there. That I was going to see if that happened already. Did they say what is back?
It just says Acclaim is back, not as I already closed it, but they were trying to make it sound like they're fully back.
What do they want us to put on our tombstones this time?
Do you know
Not as a reboot, but a rebirth for the
Do you know who the
publisher.
chief? Wait, stop, Dan. Do you know who the chief operating officer is of Acclaim
Currently?
right now? You've met him.
We've been on a podcast with him. No.
I've been on a podcast with him?
You, me, and Mike have been on a podcast with him.
He's one of Mike's best friends.
His brother?
All right.
Good guess.
That's right.
He loves to
Evil
sing.
Uno?
No. He loves to
You're getting
sing.
warmer.
Yeah. He's a worker for sure. He's friends with Taylor Swift.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, Jeff.
slap
It's double
nuts.
J. It's double J. Yes. Okay.
Yep, double J.
That's right. That's right. Forgot about that.
Jeff
Wow,
Jarrett,
okay.
the wrestler, for people who are like lost right now, Jeff Jarrett, the wrestler, is involved in Acclaim coming back, whatever the fuck that means.
For real?
For real.
What?
Let's get him
Yeah,
back.
Like
Look,
what?
he would-
I agree with that sound. What? I don't have an answer for you.
I mean, look,
I
Jeff
don't
Jarrett
know.
could never stop talking about video games. You know, when
doesn't-
I worked there.
Yeah, I know you're
God.
joking, but like he's okay, cool.
Him and Stone
Why
Cold
not?
just
Why
do not stop going back and forth about Breath of the Wild, like those two guys.
Why not?
Make it
Sure.
up, yeah.
Oh my god.
Huh. Okay, we'll get to that in the news. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Maybe Jeff Jarrett and I can talk shop being COOs together. You know, we have more stuff in common now.
Well, me and Hunter got to talk. You know, us being CCOs. You know.
Of course. Before we get to the video games talk, gang, we are presented by MSI, and MSI is going to be at PAX West this weekend. And if you are a part of our gang, the Giant Bombcast, giantbomb.com, go head over to the booth and tell them we sent you, and you would get entered into a little raffle. And I want you to win, all right? I want you at home, our faithful, lovely listeners of the most handsomest podcast, the video game podcast in history. So please, stop by the MSI booth, tell them we said what's up, tell them we sent you, and you could maybe win something. Also, I don't know, grade them on their daps, fist bump them, high five them, show them that the Giant Bomb audience is not a bunch of uncoordinated losers.
Yeah.
Show them that we're cool as hell.
But
And do
don't
a
kiss them
K-pop
for God's sakes.
And do a K-pop Demon
wrong
Hunter
button.
dance.
Yeah. But for real, really do this because it'll make us look cool.
Yes,
So
please.
cool.
Don't do the.
Don't show them your so cool shirt. That was
Should
Show
I-
your own face on your shirt when you go there.
Yeah, should I change this before I go to the dentist?
No,
Yes.
games they
No.
just won't know, but also you're not allowed.
If,
you have
if
to
I
own
put
it.
that together, I'm bypassing the Novocaine. Okay. if I put that together, I go, this motherfucker.
this
you
man
can feel some
deserves
pain today.
to experience some pain.
Yeah.
Even more before we talk about video games. If you were like a medical professional, Mike walks into your office, right? And you see the shirt that says so cool, but it doesn't quite look like him. Do you assume that he's like a SoundCloud rapper?
Oh yeah,
Do a lot
kinda.
of medical professionals listen to SoundCloud rap? You think?
Yeah, why not? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, those people probably are hurt a lot, right? So they probably talk to doctors
Right.
frequently.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
they chip their teeth for different reasons.
Yeah, they're always sleepy for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Why would you think a doctor couldn't know what SoundCloud is?
Because I don't really know what SoundCloud is, but it sounds like something for young people. And when I think about medical professionals, I picture a 58-year-old dude with white hair and a stethoscope.
Oh, okay,
Dan,
so
my,
you're just
my new doctor
insane.
is younger than me, and
Yeah.
it upsets me.
Yeah.
I guess that does happen now, yeah.
My dad's
Dude,
my
you're
doctor.
40. There's a decade of people who could be doctors
41.
behind you.
I went to, I did the guessing game at the amusement park yesterday, where they guess your age and stuff. And we were trying to decide, okay, who among this group, it was me, Hanson, Leo Vader, and Ben Reeves, who could win a prize by them
Right.
guessing your age the wrongest. And I was like, I bet they're going to think I'm older than I am. And I went up, and she guessed that I was 47. So I
Yeah.
won a
Oh, yeah.
yes.
The ultimate con pays off. Well done, bud.
Looking older than you are.
I just did the math. The drinking age year is 2004. Like,
Yeah.
that is
That's
an
insane.
insane
Yeah.
number to
You could
say.
be drinking and not
That's
know
Halo
what
2 can
9/11
drink.
is. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You know.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
stop by the MSI booth at PAX West.
Please.
Video games.
Please.
God,
Good way to sandwich that, Jan. That's
I don't want anyone guessing my age. No one's gonna.
Probe.
None of them are gonna
38.
say I'm in my 30s. So thank you. Yeah.
what you. Oh no, I think someone would guess you're like 35 for sure.
No.
What
I'm
makes me
bald.
look
I'm
so much
got
older?
Tons of
I'm
gray
bald,
hair
too.
now.
Dan,
Is
I
it
don't want to
beard?
answer that honestly
It's
with
the
you because I
beard.
feel like you're going to be mad.
I want to be an old man. I want this to go totally gray. I'm fine with that. So,
Careful what you
is
wish
it-
for,
Is it
pal.
just the beard and the gray that makes
Yeah,
me...
and the way you dress. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I guess my skin's good. I feel good skin.
You dress
Sorry,
like
I don't
someone
wear
10
shirts
years
with my own
older.
face on them.
That is a young man's game. You're
Dan, we're
right.
not talking about that. We're talking about you. Okay.
Anyways, last
anyway.
week, last week was Gamescom, gang.
What?
I guess.
Yeah.
If
And-
you
and we
say
didn't-
so.
Well, I do say so. We did do this podcast much earlier so we could talk over Jeff Keighley's European vacation birthday. But before that, I went over to the Capcom offices in San Francisco to check over some of their Gamescom demos. And I checked out Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Are any of y'all super into the original Onimusha game?
I think all of us are in the
really.
same boat where we kind of were like, that looks cool and never played it
Yes.
much. Or if
I
we
love
did.
the idea of it. I'm glad
Yeah.
it exists. Didn't play it much. The idea of Resident Evil with swords is great.
Yeah.
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 This does not feel or look like those original games at all because this is third person, behind the back samurai style game. If I'm to compare it to any other game immediately, I guess we can go with the Sekiro comparison.
That's not a bad one.
It's not a bad one, but with Sekiro and maybe the Souls games, there is like a feeling, and I guess this depends on which class or how you spec out your character, but you feel very light on your feet. At least in Sekiro, you feel like a fleet-footed samurai, right? Like jumping is a big part of it, the grappling hook. In Onimusha, Way of the Sword, you feel much heavier, so maybe you are kind of going for more of like a samurai feel. And you still have a soul suck button, so after you defeat an enemy, they'll pop out some souls, and those souls will either fill up like your special meter or your health. And I forget what the blue souls are supposed to do. It feels really good despite only having 2 attack buttons and like a third bonus attack button. So you have a light attack, and then you have a 2-handed attack. And it feels pretty good. There is also a parry, of course, because you can't exist post 2018 and not have a parry button.
Donkey Kong Bonanza has a parry, so yeah.
That was news to me yesterday.
I tried it. It feels good.
With the parry, it's cool because if you were just holding the block, because you could just block instead if you don't want to worry about parrying. If you are holding L1 to block and then you press X at the right time of impact, you like deflect the attack instead. So you kind of like push the other person away. It was a very short demo, and it feels like it's going to be fairly linear based off of the small section I played. But in the boss fight, the neat thing is once you got the boss's health meter down, or not health meters, sorry, they're kind of like their posture.
Yeah.
Their stagger meter up. you entered like a like not a bullet time, but you could choose which section you wanted to apply the most damage to. So like kind of like in samurai films where you would do like a vertical slice or horizontal slice through someone. You can choose like, oh, do I want to slice the boss's head? Do I want to slash at their waist or maybe their sword?
Oh, it's a
Revengeance.
Like Revengeance is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
Revengeance?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a lot like Revengeance now that I'm thinking about it.
Or Eternal Darkness.
Or Eternal Darkness.
Yeah.
And I could see that playing a factor in like future boss fights or maybe bigger enemy encounters. It feels okay. I don't know if it's maybe the RE engine is showing its age a bit. But like I kind of would like for it to be moving a little bit faster. But maybe that's just because I have Sekiro in my brain when I'm seeing like a behind the back samurai game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because in Sekiro, like he's kind of he's a little bit of a samurai, but he's not like fully. And samurai are supposed to be kind of big, slow, and lumbering in terms of like they're not like fast little ninja guys, right? So,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're trying to lean into that, make it feel big and heavy when you're moving.
I mean, I as far as that feel, I always preferred like the Ninja Gaiden feel to the Sekiro thing, which is to say like more of a traditional third-person action game versus the From style, which again, I like the From style and everything.
Combo
but like,
slot versus parry slop. Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden Devil May Cry is more my speed, which just seeing the footage of Onimusha is making me think it's for me,
Yeah, it definitely lives between these games. It's not doing any one of these games exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's just a matter of like the Sekiro, Shinobi, Onimusha, Samurai, and that's kind of the difference.
Yeah, it does not feel like it is going to be like a punishing game like the Souls games could be. It feels like it is like riding that line well enough. Also, there's a couple puzzles as well from environmental stuff you can interact with. Like in my demo, I like came across like a push cart and there was like a button prompt, and then I wound up like running over like 4 zombies with it, which was pretty fun. The weird thing though, and I understand that we're doing English voice actors for feudal Japan, but I'm not sure why the main Japanese dude had a British accent. And for a second, I thought it was Ben Starr.
Oh, could be. They just that's just the default, right? If you're trying to have a foreign language but still have them sound or speak in English, it's always just a British accent for some reason. That's what they did. I'm watching Chernobyl again because I need to feel something, and that's what they do there for Russian. Like everyone just has a British accent. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I also got the chance to play Pragmata. Grubb,
Is it Mega Man?
No,
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh, Mike.
it's not.
Grubb, you got the chance to play this at Summer Game Fest, right?
I did. Yes, absolutely. And I loved what I played. It kind of came back was like everyone's was like just want to hear about Resident Evil. I'm like, guys, but this Pragmata game, and Mike was just Mega Man, and I started to walk away from him. Couldn't talk to even him about it. I'm glad you seem to like it as well.
Oh, out of the 3 games I got to check out, and spoilers, folks, I also got to check out Resident Evil Requiem, but Pragmata was my like little game of the 3 demos I played.
Really?
Yeah, I was
awesome.
all about this. I was initially a little bummed out because I thought it would kind of be like a Vanquish-like, because your dude has like knee jets, like and everything, and you kind of get a little dash, but you are a lot heavier, and you have like a little AI computer robot girl riding on your back. And initially, like the shots, your gun doesn't do much, but that's where I forget her name, but the little robot girl on your back.
Android, yeah.
Yeah, she's just rolling with you. Okay, we'll call her Roll for the purposes of this podcast. Roll can hack into your enemies, and then you get like a little second game where you have to guide like a little pip to through 2 or 3 different markers, and then eventually wind up at like a green marker. So you're kind of doing a little maze as you are shooting up these bad dudes, and it kind of reminds me of The World Ends With You. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Good game.
By creators of Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, yes.
It's not a very good game.
Where you kind of have to balance playing 2 different games at the same time to
Right.
get more damage off, and they synergize with each other. And I really liked how they managed to do it with this. Your guns have infinite ammo, or at least your main one does, and you're picking up different guns that just map to different face buttons. It's pretty neat. I kind of like this style of sci-fi where it's like big honking mech suits. The whole little girl on my back thing, I'm not sure what to make of it. I kind of do wish, Mike, that it was a Mega Man game proper.
Your wish might come true.
Is it a Vanquish-like?
No, because you're not moving
like
as fast.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely just a third-person shooter. Like, that's the thing about the game, is it's a third-person shooter. You kind of walk around. You are a bit lumbering because you are this guy in a big suit. I think it's on the moon. I think it takes place on the moon. So you got like moon gravity, but you're still big and lumbering because you're so heavy. Yeah. And then what really makes it interesting is what Jan said is like they just add a little bit of shine to that combat where, yeah, you got to shoot this guy, but you have to do this hacking mini game alongside that at the same time while you're still moving around trying to avoid getting hit. And it adds just enough to that very familiar act of pointing and shooting at something. And I found it very refreshing, and then it like really helps that the game looks very nice, and I think the characters are pretty cool so far. So yeah, it really worked for me, Jan.
As you're dealing with the maze, you can get different pickups that if you go across certain icons as you're finishing up your maze, they will do more damage to an enemy, or they'll do like maybe stasis or start like poisoning the enemy. It's really, really neat, and it looks really slick. I think it's actually, to me at least, it felt like a better use of the RE engine versus Onimusha did. And last but not least, the other game that I got the chance to play was Resident Evil Requiem.
How big is that? How big is that big scary lady that chases you?
She was real big.
There's another big lady?
Yeah, yeah.
Not the same kind of
this
big
is not
lady.
a sexy lady.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I don't
more
wanna
like
judge.
a big baby looking. Not like the actual big baby we had before. I don't know, some kind of monster in a Metallica sense.
Yes.
Yes. It's funny.
I got
The
back
sexy
with that
sense of
one.
Metallica.
There you go.
I didn't expect that from Mike. I've never heard him say Metallica, much less reference the documentary.
I have a friend who is a giant Metallica fan, so he dragged
I
me
thought
to
you were
that.
going to say you had a friend that is a giant lady.
Just slid that under the door there like that, Mikey. It's,
Yeah, there you go. It's just for you all. There, hey.
And hey, gang, I'm not the best at video games on our team. You know, I can handle my own. But holy smokes, I was dog shit at this.
Hey.
But were you too scared? Is that what like did it or what?
Well, I think like I'm used to kind of cheesing my way through some games and kind of like using iframes and just like dodging through. And
You didn't have the knife parry.
I did not have a knife parry. I merely had a bottle that I could throw, and video game logic wasn't piecing it together that bottle kind of like Hitman distraction big lady.
right.
He's just throwing the bottle at its face.
I mean, that's what if a bear was attacking you, that's the right move. Yeah.
That's what I would do. If someone was chasing me and I had 2 empty bottles, I would throw the bottle at their face.
They might get discouraged. Yeah.
See, and what didn't help me is that one of the mechanics, it seems like, is the big lady cannot chase you into a room full of light. Now, however, I timed this poorly because I nailed the big lady in the face with a fucking bottle straight in her noggin. And then she like recoiled and then went away. So I thought, the bottles will make her go away, not the room full of light.
False positive. False negative.
Okay, so did you get a sense when you were playing this game of like the scale, the scope? Like, do you have any suggestion of you're going to move beyond the rooms that we've seen? Like, what senses did you get from like how big this game's going to be?
I'm not 100% sure, especially after the little snippet we saw last week during opening night live, because this felt like a very contained space that you're going to move away from very quickly, just like how it felt like in that little snippet we saw because that seems like a flashback of whatever's happening to the main
That
character.
motel thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But something I did like is I eventually switched it to third person just because I prefer Resident Evil's third person.
Sure.
And as I was running away from the big lady, I kind of like realized, oh crap, I should grab an herb. Resident Evil, there's an herb. So I kind of like whipped around, and the main character had enough momentum that I fell on the fucking floor. So I love small touches like that. I wonder if that would also carry over to first person, or that would be too jarring of an experience.
Yeah, I wonder.
But I like little details like that. So I think if I just immersed myself into whatever Requiem's got going on and kind of detached myself from my normal expectations of dealing with encounters, I'd really dig it. And in that small snippet, it had all the classic Resident Evil trappings of like, there's this lock with an angel on it. I wonder what this needs. Oh shit, there's a key with an angel on it. I wonder what that opens. And then so you're going back and forth and then piecing it together quickly. Except now you have this giant lady that is like a nemesis-like figure that you can't do much to. Word to the wise, don't throw a bottle at her. It doesn't
Were you a little bit like, being chased around this area by a giant monster thing? Was it a little like, oh, we're doing this again?
Yeah, but I feel like with how the character was in this moment, in this part of the demo, you're kind of depowered in such a way where like, oh, you can't do anything. So it isn't the normal Resident Evil trappings of like, all right, shoot. All right, you're satisfied. I've dumped enough bullets into you. I can move on. I don't know. It is 100% nailing the spooky vibes though. And for Jeff Backelar's sake, I need that.
I'm seeing the big lady now, and I see what you're saying about the big lady. Yes, this is horrifying. But yeah, they've done that. I mean, Mr. X in the remake, obviously, the baby sequence in Village, Lady Dimitrescu. So it's like that has become kind of a thing in recent Resident Evils. But like, it does work. All of those worked,
And I do get I get the sense that this moment that we're seeing a lot of from this game is one section, and that there will be like. My guess is there's an alternative, not competing, but like competing in terms of tone section where it'll be more action focused. Because like, tell me if I'm wrong, Jam. There's not a lot of ways for you to fight back in that demo, right?
Zero. No ways. To fight
you're
back
just trying to survive, just trying to run away.
Yeah. Like an Amnesia.
Oh,
game.
sure. Yes. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yes. Well, right. You don't have you're not going to be firing a gun as this character, but I bet they're not going to make a whole game where you're that underpowered. They probably are going to be like, no, we're going to bounce back and forth. So I think they'll try to offer up a lot of variety there. So in this moment where you're getting chased by the big thing, do that here and then maybe offer up something fresh on the other side of that game. But that's a guess. I really don't know.
I kept failing this demo, and it got to the point where the kind Capcom person behind me was like, you need any help? You need any tips? I'm like, no, I got it. I'm fine.
Don't look at
I'm
me.
a big boy.
Yeah, don't watch me play.
I think I would take that demo experience over like every Nintendo E3 experience I ever had, where someone they hired like that day, being like, wow, that's the best I've ever seen anyone do that. No one ever jumps on that Goomba that good.
Wait, they told you that too?
Yeah. Sorry, it work.
Sometimes they'll just be like, "You like Mario?" Like something like that. And you're like, what?
I definitely like asked them a question about the game my first time there, not knowing that, and I very quickly I'm like, oh, you guys all just work for Triple Point. I get it now.
Totally. And then they
you
do
have
that
5
whole
bullet
like
points about the game. Outside of that, just shut down.
They do a bit of a moonwalk where they're just like, let me see what that
question. Yeah.
And then that's the end of the conversation. Yeah.
But you are really good at the game, though. So
no one's ever been better than you.
That being said, I finally got past the point I was having a lot of trouble with. And normally, gang, I have a good sense of direction in games. I ran the wrong fucking way. And then, like, I just saw the poor Capcom's person, like, head just sink of, like, oh, no, he's going to do this. I have to do this again. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Okay. Game journalists are bad at games.
I've never
I
gone the
eventually
wrong
got
way in a
past
game.
it. The game looks fucking sick as shit, though.
Yeah.
Pumped.
Like, big lady, very scary, a lot of pus, a lot of scars. People look real dead in this game.
Good.
But also... This is like something against the horror trope in general. Gang, if you open up a closet door or a door and then what appears to be a dead body falls out, are you just going to surmise that it's dead already and not check on it?
Not in those games.
Yeah.
I mean, if it looks super dead like it usually does in those
I know what
games,
you're talking about, because in the theater presentation I did at Summer Game Fest, it's like, yeah, it's the most dead-looking thing ever. And she, like, takes its pulse or something. It's like, he's dead. It's like, eye is out of its socket. It's like, pus is shooting out of his neck.
He's got 2 X's for eyes.
Right.
It's been It's been done enough times though, where that trope of like, oh, that body on the floor that's not moving, it's gonna crawl and wake up.
Yeah, but
like,
you wouldn't get that information from taking the pulse, though.
no,
that's a
no,
zombie.
you're exactly right.
Yeah.
If that happens to me, I'm grabbing the nearest stick-like thing and just poking at it. Okay?
If anything, right? Don't
Running out
touch
of the
it.
building. Yeah.
Yeah.
That as well. Yes.
I'd scream like a baby.
Moving on to another game that is full of horrors, and the horrors are garbage. Dan, you've been playing Chibi-Robo.
Yeah, I have. I'm 2 or 3 hours into it now. Played a little more last night, and it's been like, as far as first-party Nintendo, it's like way up there on ones that just I have been always meaning to play and never did. And I specifically was waiting for it to be on NSO on Switch too, so finally playing it. It is really good, but I am kind of wrestling with, I think, what my expectations were for it. I thought it was more of a platformer, like action game type thing. Everything about the screenshots and everything I'd seen. Or, they made those 3DS games and stuff like Ziplash and stuff like that. It's like, I just thought it was a 3D platformer. And I love the, little guy, big world thing. And so it's not what I thought it was. It is exploring. It is just kind of poking around at things, fiddling with things, talking to a character, seeing what they want. Like, oh, this lady needs a sugar cube for her coffee. And then later I'll find the sugar cube. And it's like, oh, I know what to do with that. So it's almost like a puzzle exploration type game. And that's not a complaint. It's just I am kind of wrestling with like how it's different than what I thought it was. But the look of it, the humor, the it's nailing it on that. It is just very different than what I thought it was going to be.
How is the resource management of like plugging yourself in? Like, is that something you upgrade? Has that been satisfying? Has it been challenging to manage that stuff?
It's good because like that's your upgrade as you're getting new batteries and stuff, and now I can be out longer without having to plug in. That's great. And I like being able to like pick up my little plug and walk around with it.
That sounds like a pretty decent loop. Like
yeah. And then it's like you can buy things like, I don't know if there's a downside to doing this, but you can buy like a 15-minute timer, which I believe just makes the day last longer before you have to like turn in for the night. So you can kind of have a more leisurely pace. I don't know if there's a trade-off for that or a reason you wouldn't just want the longest timer because like it's cheap to get that. So yeah, it's like it's got a little bit of that Pikmin kind of like, oh, I've got this much time for this day to get my tasks done. But it's not as like, I don't want to say stressful for Pikmin, but like it doesn't feel like the days matter as much. There's not like, oh, we all got to get back to the ship or we're going to die type thing. It's just like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go back to the Chibi machine or whatever,
Is that the generation where internal system clocks like became a thing and developers just became obsessed with that?
Animal Crossing
Seaman. Yeah.
What's that?
Seaman.
Oh, yeah. I think we should
man.
go back to that because Animal Crossing, the day-night thing, I thought it was so cool. It was a night I couldn't sleep or whatever, and it's like 3 a.m. and I'm walking around Animal Crossing, and it's like, man, everyone's asleep except for, oh, that little porcupine's hanging out fishing. I'll go talk to him. Like, I thought that was so cool. And Seaman, everything about Seaman is perfect.
Yeah, so I wonder if that was like Chibi-Robo is just like another one of these things like, we can do this now, should we? And I bet
I don't think it was. I think this was more the Shenmue Ocarina type of just like, we have a day-night cycle. I don't think it was tied to any real clock stuff.
Okay, cool.
Would you consider Dead Rising a part of that as well, or is that's just like?
Yeah, but I mean that's even a little more different because it's got such a finite. It's just like you got like 36 hours or whatever, So it's not like 30 days like a Pikmin or something, But yeah, I've always liked that. I've liked games that play with that, and this one definitely does. But I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to keep playing and beat it. It sounds like it's like a 10 or 12 hour game. So yeah, I'm going to keep moving with it. Now that yeah.
Do we know if this is the consensus? Is this is still the best one of the Chibi-Robo series?
Oh, I think definitely, right? Because it was just that Ziplash game, and then was there even...
There's one on the DS that people also
to
like, and then all the other ones they don't like. So, I think people definitely still like this one the most.
It's a Yoshi's Island situation.
Yeah, there's Park Patrol on DS and Ziplash, which I don't even feel are considered like big real games or anything. As far as I have heard, like this is the Chibi-Robo game.
They're like that 2D Pikmin game on the DS or 3DS,
hey,
whatever.
Pikmin.
Yeah.
But no, it's really good. I mean, I love the character. He's just, I would love to see more of these,
Yeah.
Yep.
You think Chibi-Robo is related to Rob?
Oh, from
cousins.
Nintendo.
He's in the bloodline.
Robotic operating buddy.
Yeah.
Moving on to games that are completely different than what I thought they'd be. Jeff Grubb, based off the title, Space Adventure Cobra: The Awakening is not what I thought it'd be at all.
What'd you think it would be?
Well, based off of like the dude, I thought it'd be like a FMV space adventure game.
Yeah, good guess. Yeah, I thought that too, actually. I totally get what you mean. Now, the reason we think that is a lot of the promotional material for this game, Space Adventure Cobra, is FMV like movie sequences put into the game. Yes, right. But it's like those are the cutscenes, like a what's that Blue Legend of Blue, or the old RPG thing that was on Sega CD, Mike, that we were just trying.
Lunar.
Lunar,
Eternal
thank
Blue?
you. Yeah,
Arc
Eternal
the
Blue.
Lad?
Yeah, sure. But, Lunar, yeah. Lunar was like, okay, here's the game, and now you're going to go to the cutscene, and the cutscene is an anime movie for a couple of minutes. They do that here. I think it's taking clips from this actual series and just like, and then they're adapting the game to make those make sense. And those cutscenes are by far the best part of this game. It is a run and gun shooter that has a lot of like interesting, cool looking stuff. It just kind of feels super cheap. As soon as you're moving the character, you're like, oh, this was made on a budget. It reminds me a little bit of that Yars Rising game that I talked about last year, which was a pretty good version of one of these cheaper games of like, we're going to at least make sure that the controls feel okay. It's not going to feel spectacular. This is not Metroid Dread, but it's going to feel okay to move around and satisfactory for a Metroidvania style of game. Here it's like I immediately fell through the world like in the first obstacle I found and got stuck. When I am trying to like move my character and aim, the character like is kind of moving back and forth because I'm just trying to aim the stick like up, and it just will not accept that I'm just trying to aim straight up, and that feels really bad. But then you do the cool arm cannon thing. This guy has an arm cannon, and you can like guide the shot around and like hit all the enemies. And if you hit 4 or more enemies in this moment where it freezes the game and you tag them all, he does a cool little cutscene there where he like shoots everything, and the guy comes on the screen and has a cool face. And it's a neat style. It just the game is not very, very good. It's just not very fun to play, and it's a shame because I just think everything else about it looks awesome. These FMV sequences do rule. Like, it really is a cool style, a good feeling. I just kind of wish more games would go this direction of having actual animated cutscenes that look like a cartoon or an anime, as opposed to everything being in game, which I understand is more affordable. Or even if like they are doing like the Dragon Ball Fighters Z style, where it's like, oh, this looks like the cartoon. It's like, yeah, but in the cutscenes they could do even more, and I miss that. So having a game like this is neat. It just doesn't hold up to any real scrutiny in its gameplay.
Moving on to another 2D game that seems to be all about it, and then some. Shinobi: Art of Vengeance.
Yeah.
So I started this this morning, and I immediately thought to myself, "Holy shit, this rules!"
Really?
Really good.
Yes, it
It's
feels
so good.
immediately one of the
okay.
best feeling games of the year.
Now I need to draw the comparison to our game of the year last year.
Sure.
Prince of Persia. Where does it line up in terms of feeling good?
Well,
Yeah, I'm like out of the gate, it like already feels a little bit better than that, even in terms of moving the character around. Yeah, because
and
like
it's much more
yeah.
action forward too,
Yes.
right? I mean,
it's definitely an action game. Yes. So a lot of that comes from the blending of animations, of moving from one thing right into another, and they really nailed it. There's a thing you could do where you attack an enemy and you immediately go into a roll, and so that attack becomes a sort of rolling, jumping forward attack, so you can kind of really keep the pressure on the enemies. So you're about to kill this guy, so do that roll attack and get to the guy behind him and just keep your combo going. And it feels like a real fighting game combo in that moment, but also super easy to pull off. So it's just doubly satisfying. And then it looks fantastic. Every character portrait looks incredible. I'm really impressed with what I played so far, which is about the first hour or so.
Yeah, everything looks like hand drawn, right? Like all the backgrounds and stuff. And they do a really interesting thing where when you're beating up enemies, that you enter this sort of like finishing mode where you can take out like a little icon signals above their head, and you can take out like multiple enemies with this finishing maneuver that will reward you with a bunch of coins or health improvements and whatnot. But it's like it also seems a little easy right now at the start. But I was super into it. I think something was going on where it was like kind of chugging a little bit in a weird way. I'm like, this game should not be chugging.
You're playing on
PC.
Steam Deck or PC?
PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so I
right.
think it might have been like a windowed versus full screen thing issue or something like that.
I started up on my ROG Ally X last night, which you guys should be proud of me for. I know I was whining about, I want to use my
right.
Switch
That's a big
too.
boy. Big
And I was
boy.
like, wait a second, that's stupid. And I'm like, this game looks great on here. So yeah, it works really well on the ROG Ally X. Gosh, it's such a pretty game. I like those old Shinobi games a lot. And I'm actually kind of impressed by how much they're doing their own thing in a lot of ways here. Those old Shinobi games are almost kind of run and guns. It's mostly about throwing the kunai, right? It's mostly about those range attacks. You still have those here, and I like the way they work them
They're
in.
a pickup, though. Yeah, it's like it's a resource.
Yeah, and it's like they're very good at kind of doing the stagger stuff more than doing damage almost. But yeah, it's very much more about that melee combat and how satisfying that feels, and just unlocking all these new combos and things like that. But even just it's so good. Like in that second level where you're riding on your wolf, and there's this incredible sense of speed and just action.
It's kinetic.
Oh god,
It's
so
brimming
kinetic.
with energy, and like just the movement system is so good. Doing that roll move, if you roll into like a box like a hip high cover or whatever, you just immediately rolls into it and does like a handspring, a kip up over the box in such a awesome looking way. That's where like all of the animations blend into one another so perfectly that it looks animated. It looks like it was hand drawn, like down to the every frame of you moving around. Like it's not like, oh, this is an interactive thing. It's that fluid. And then, I've found the sort of that kinetic energy to be brimming everywhere. Just every part of the game feels like, okay, I cannot wait to go get into this fight. That looks really good. And yeah, it holds up really well.
Other than, the focus kind of being more melee combat versus kunai, does this feel similar to old Shinobi games or completely different?
There's some stuff
Recognizable, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely still recognizable. I mean, you are Joe, which is important. I like being a ninja named Joe. It's good. And like just like certain moves, like you kind of have that die kick ability from Shinobi 3 that I like a lot, and I'm throwing that in
awesome
there.
here.
Yeah, it feels so freaking good just pulling that thing out. And, some of the stuff you're doing with the wall climbing and whatnot, you had that before. But yeah, so it's like there's enough of that. It's not like, whoa, they completely reinvented it, but it is definitely not beholden. It's not trying to be a Mega Man 9 of Shinobi. It's definitely moving the series forward.
It's super modernized. Like that is the first and foremost. It is modernized, and then it kind of tacks on Shinobi stuff where it makes sense and will make it feel like Shinobi. But it was the right call for this series. If I want to play old Shinobi, I'll go back to old Shinobi. Let's make this new initiative of Sega bringing back these games feel like, hey, these games should be coming out today. Like they can live up to that expectation.
Now, that sounds kind of like how I felt about Ragebound, where it's like
Yes.
it didn't feel like it was a nostalgia thing as much as it was like if a new Ninja Gaiden was made today.
Agree, 100%.
If any of you played both Ragebound and Shinobi,
I beat
and,
Ragebound and playing this. I mean, it's going to be tough for me to choose. They're both awesome. I really love Ragebound. I think just that Pepsi challenge of you take that first sip and how good does something feel, Shinobi definitely wins there. Let's see if like it lives up to the long-term gameplay. I bet it will, but I really like Ninja Gaiden structure, and those boss fights were so good. We'll see how this, like, if I get like 3 or 4 boss fights in and I'm having that same feeling, maybe the edge will go to Shinobi. But it's awesome that we get both.
It's the they're obviously similar in a lot of ways, but like not as much as you would even think. Like they're both beautiful looking 2D games, but Ninja Gaiden's going for a pixel art look, and it's incredible pixel art. This is doing hand drawn. Gosh, it's so neat. We had 2 of these amazing Ninja games come back. I think next we should just get like Ninja Gaiden, Cross Shinobi, Cross Strider. Let's get everybody playing with each other or something.
Yeah.
And throw in Rygar for the fun of it.
Sure. What is Rygar? It's definitely not a ninja.
Gladiator.
Cross Vector Man.
Yeah.
Keep Vector. You guys at Vector Man. I'm a Sega stan, and I don't get it. I don't get this Vector Man obsession.
You don't get it.
Oh, you're not with the
Vector Man's
vectors.
great.
Yeah.
Just don't get it.
It's okay, Mikey. It's okay. But you know what you do get? You do get my potential love and fascination for raccoons pushing coins. Raccoon pusher.
Yeah, I was checking this out on the Mega Man Monday Evening Gaming at Mike's at night yesterday. This is a early playtest thing, so it's not anywhere close to the full game, but I was definitely having a good time. It's very much a Balatro-like in many ways. Like, it's a roguelike, very much in the style of, like, what's a kind of more normal game that's not even really a video game that we can just add roguelike elements to. Even art style-wise and music-wise, it's evoking a lot of that. Just the kind of way you're getting upgrades where, you know, some of them are permanent and some of them are these single-use items, stuff like that. But yeah, you know, it's just one of those coin pushers, and you're shooting out coins. Then you're getting special coins, like the rabbits, where if you get 2 rabbit coins, they'll kind of
bang.
they'll bang and make more rabbit coins, and that's okay. But you could maybe figure out situations where, what if I can get a bunch of rabbit coins and they just keep on banging and breeding? There's more breeding in this game than in that horse girl game somehow, right?
You, Mike Minotti, do not associate filth with the horse girl game. That is pure.
I was saying it wasn't. I'm saying there's more breeding here. It's fine. It's fine.
Just stop saying breeding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel better about that too.
Oh, all right. God, fuddy duddies. Like, one point, I got a really good combo going where there was these, like, plant coins. If you get water coins on them, they'll grow into coin trees. I was just getting a situation where I was just making a ton of each, and it was just an explosion of these giant coin trees. And literally the board was overflowing, and so many coins were dropping in. It felt so good.
Oh man, that description just like made my skin crawl with the need to play this game. That's bad.
Yeah. Now with the play test, it's like each game only has 10 rounds, and they even say there'll be more rounds in the full game. I kind of wish. I know it's a play test, but I want more rounds here because right now it was pretty easy. Even when I didn't have something going, I felt like I could quote unquote beat it or get to 10 rounds. I wasn't getting a good sense of, is this how hard the game is? Am I just getting really lucky? Am I playing better than I think I am? Or is the final game like, oh, there's going to be 2 more rounds? And those are the really challenging ones where you got to really make sure you have a synergy. Because it starts off like Balatro, where at first you're actually playing a coin pusher. It's like in Balatro, at first you're actually thinking about playing poker. And then you realize you kind of have to turn it into some other game by the end if you really want to make it to the finish line.
I know that Local Thunk is the dev of Balatro, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they've expressed that they never want this to Balatro to reach casinos, but I will say, based off of PlayStack's record right now, I would go to a PlayStack casino.
Yeah. I think Rat Coin should end up not at like real casinos, but
Chuck E.
at
Cheese?
like no, like the dirty like
house.
pizza parlors that have like coin pushers and like real money gambling in the back room. It should be there. That's where, and that's not a pejorative. That's a good thing.
I've been thinking about slot machines lately, and also in the same way, Jan. I think you might. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yes.
Definitely hope no flight gets diverted to Las Vegas again. Because it should be bad. Speaking about furry creatures, Jeff Grubb, you were herding a bunch of furry creatures named after all of us last week with hurdling.
Yeah, I played
First
some
question, Grubb. First question.
Yeah.
Is this a hurdy-gurdy like?
I think it's a hurdy-gurdy like. Yeah, a little bit. It's about herding big animals. And it's very vibes-based. Like, it's like, hey, we're going to set a tone, and it's going to have that cozy feeling of just, like, moving through pastoral settings. And it works on that front. Like, it is very nice. And then I think it has pretty decent pacing. It's something we kept noticing, where it's like, okay, you're going to be in this space for 10 to 15 minutes. Move these big lumbering beasts through these tough spaces, and I'll explain how you do that here in a second. And then, you know, it's going to get a little bit more challenging, or there will be something that kind of increases the drama or the intensity, like a big owl-looking bird who will attack you if you knock over too many of these sort of like straw men standing in this field. And it's like, well, once you get past that, we're going to give you a chance to just run down this mountain with all of your beasts, and it's going to be beautiful. And now you're going to be able to see the beautiful snow caps of this mountain. It's just going to be the coolest looking thing ever. And it's like, it's really good about that, of being in one position and then switching it up and giving you something fresh 10 to 15 minutes later. I also do like the way you control this game, where you are, you're just this child, and you have, I think I'm up to like 10 of these calicorns, I think they're called, which I did name after all of you. You guys were all very, very good for the most part. You control them by, like you would herding animals. You kind of stand behind them, and you sort of got to angle in the direction that you want them to face. So if like you're behind them, you want to get back to the left to get them to move forward and to the right. And if you're in a big open space, you can hold down the right trigger button and then slap it again. And as long as all of your characters have eaten recently, they can sprint and go down the field and go very fast. And part of the game is finding these places where they can feed or whatever. All that just feels really nice, and I think it's really working, especially knowing that the game is about 4 hours long. So I played it for an hour and a half. Everyone said I was about, and according to the achievements, I was about halfway done with the game. Like, yeah, this is a single or double sitting game, and I think it's the perfect sort of setup for that. So I don't think it's going to outstay its welcome, and yeah, really enjoyed what I played of it.
I was a lovely expedition that you went on with Sean and all the other furry creatures, just like the expedition you've been going on, Jeff Grubb, with Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
I'm on my way to the Paintress right now. Yeah, it's at the kind of think I'm nearing the act.
Locked in.
Yeah, I definitely. I got it. It's running well enough on the Steam Deck now that I can really fit in some time with that game. So yeah.
Did they update it or something, or did you just change settings?
Updated. I didn't change any settings really. Maybe I lowered the resolution or something like that, but whatever. It's working well enough. It doesn't look great on the Steam Deck, but it plays fine and looks good enough that I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm at a point now where it's like I did not realize how silly this game is, and not just like the silly French stuff. Like, no, I knew the mimes were in there, and I knew like there was a lot of like French aspects of that. There is just like jokes that feel very similar to like JRPGs in general, of these characters just kind of goofing off with one another, or like when they have the conversations and you're doing the relationship connections. Yep. Those conversations are so silly, and it's just like, they are not just doing French humor, they're also just doing humor that is consistent with this genre of role-playing, of people like friends sitting around a table and joking around despite the fact that there's this world-threatening threat that is always surrounding them. And I just found out, this does feel like it is of a kind with this entire space, and I don't know, it feels like kind of homey and familiar.
That's kind of interesting because I think we would talk a lot about how this is maybe more accessible to people who don't love JRPGs, and it's maybe a bit more mature than that, but it's definitely not ashamed of of that genre, and it's evoking it constantly.
Yeah, exactly. It feels very proud of what it is.
Like in my time through Expedition 33, and I enjoyed all of it, easily top 3 for this year for sure. It made me curious to try and go back to Baldur's Gate 3, because that's a different type of RPG completely. But Mike, you beat Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Yeah. Went through it, loved it.
The level of relationships is more in depth in Baldur's Gate 3 than it is in Expedition 33, I'm assuming.
Yes.
But like in comparison, is it just like heavier on the relationship side? Like, because I kind of don't want to invest too much in virtual people.
I think you could decide, right? Like that's
a lot of that stuff happens at camp, and you kind of have to go up and talk to them. You don't have to engage with much of that if you want to. Now, there's kind of side quests and whatnot.
But you don't even have to add these people to your party in the first place if you don't want to.
I mean, there is a way to play that game without any of those people, right? There's like kind of a lone wolf way of going about it.
And we're talking about Baldur's Gate.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
You're talking about the good one. Okay.
But I am. I totally get it. I 100% get what people see in this game. I think that it is walking that line of, yes, being for people who might be scared off from JRPGs, and yet still doing almost all of the JRPG stuff, and in some cases doing that stuff better than any game's done it before. I just continue to be so excited to get into the next combat situation so I can continue learning these characters and discovering new synergies. It's delivered in every way.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Another game that it seemed like all of us enjoyed that we streamed on the website last week was Abyssus.
Yeah, I think we all enjoyed it in a way that, like, I could use more games where it's just like, yeah, that was fun. You know, I'm not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be on my top 10 list of the year or whatever. I don't think it's terrible. I just think it was a fun time. I was just running around. Everything felt good playing it. It's a 4-player, I think, max co-op, roguelite, some like Hades type elements. And yeah, it's, finding a treasure chest in an area, picking between a couple different upgrades, or like, okay, I'm going to get wind power, or I'm going to get ice power and things like that. And I think most importantly, just immediately playing it felt fun. I think it gives you that double jump right away. And if you have a shotgun, you can almost do like a triple jump.
Yeah, and there's a dash as well. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, when you have such a good teammate like you, Dan,
right,
everything was
I'm
just
here
flowing.
for the team. I'm just here for the team.
I was really enjoying it. I think I want to play some more. Maybe I'll get my brothers into it. I also really liked there was kind of hints at, and it was getting more complicated as we went on. There's elements that reminded me of raiding in Destiny, right? Like some kind of more mechanics like that with these bosses. And I was like, okay, I'm glad everything's not just a bullet sponge. There's things you have
on
to
the
do
panels.
here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games where we'd like to play them on stream, and then but this does feel like one we might go back to a couple of times. And I think what it is, it doesn't get in its own way. Like
very easy to get into.
The multiplayer all just worked. We were in there. It felt like we were all making progress on our own characters that will continue. I don't think I got any sense that stuff wasn't going to carry over. So just all of everything they were doing was like, yes, this feels like a game that is happy to have you playing it and is going to facilitate that.
I think that right away it all felt good with just the basics. Like, here's just the one gun you can pick, here's your double jump and stuff. And so the fact that it starts with that foundation that's really good already, and then you kind of take a glimpse at like the skill tree, and it looks pretty fleshed out and
the 7 guns that we haven't unlocked.
Yeah, so it's like, I think it does a really good job of like starting good, but then gives you that taste, and then it's like, oh, but you can get all this stuff. It makes me want to keep playing.
Yeah, I also just liked, the game started really quickly, but we were just in an interesting world. But it didn't feel the need of starting with like, an opening cutscene or an opening slideshow to be like, here's the world you're in. It used to be a good place, and now it's a bad place, right? Like, no, I'll learn about this world a little bit as I play it, and it's mostly just important that it looks cool and is neat.
If you were to describe to someone like what the vibe of the world is or look of the world, how would you phrase it for them?
It's like very Diet BioShock, right? Like very like
with a little Doom sprinkled in.
Aqua Rust.
Aqua Rust.
With some
Aqua Rust.
Demon metal rock stuff going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like
it's wet.
Right, wet Returnal.
Rocks.
It could be wetter.
Could be wetter.
It could always be wetter.
Yep,
It could always be wetter.
Guys are sick.
Except for Sword of the Sea. That's a pretty wet game.
That's the wettest you can get.
If you're playing right, it's wet as hell.
The bounces you can do later in that game, so fucking fun. Very pleasant game. Another very pleasant game, gang. This is the big game of this week. A couple of us have been playing it. Holy smokes. There's a quick look on the website now. Go check that out. But you should also listen to us talk about it now. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
I beat this game. I did that event in New York and played through most of it in one sitting. I have talked a lot about Metal Gear Solid on this website. I am curious to hear about the others playing it. First time, or it's both repeat times, right?
Repeat times.
Yeah, this is like my third or fourth time through the game now. And like, in some ways, that's almost a different. It's like, okay, like I am pretty familiar with this game, so it's like, oh yeah, it does in a lot of ways feel like I am just playing this game again. Now, the good news is that, that game is Metal Gear Solid 3. It is one of my favorite games, and it still does just feel so well. And it's so interesting because there are quality of life things. Like, it is wild that before, it was a different time. We weren't readying your gun with L and shooting with R. There was actually many more steps involved with that sort of thing. You just having the confirm button be on A, having things like the crouch walk from later games, stuff like that.
Not just the crouch walk. There's also the dedicated like sneaky button with L1, where it's like the sneak walk for creeping up for CQC. Yeah,
but aside from like some of that quality of life stuff and like some of the UI improvements, like the fast selection for the radio, that's nice. It is just that game. It's impressive being like, man, this PS2 game was doing a lot with this intricate camo system and this neat CQC combat and all these weird little interactions you can almost sort of just stumble upon in this really kind of fun story. Gosh, it's still just such a good game. So, the graphical updates are really nice. They're almost not that necessary to me. I don't mind playing this game with those PS2 models just running at 60 frames per second that we've had before. But now that this is here, I'll play it this way going forward, sure.
Yeah, there were a couple times when I would have like my camo on and I would actually lose Snake for a second, even though he's like right smack dab in the middle, just because it looks so much better now. This is maybe only my second time playing through Metal Gear Solid 3, just because after playing through the original on the PS2, I'm like, well, I don't need to revisit that just because it was so freaking good. If anything, I'm with you, Mike. It feels great in the qualities of life changes. I am so excited for people that haven't checked out MGS3 to be able to check this out, because I think in my personal ranking of the Metal Gear Solid games, I think it's 5, then 3, then 2 for me.
Sure.
And this just has so much zany things that I don't know why. Maybe as a kid I didn't question how far above its weight it was punching. And I don't know. It just felt like it was in a different class all in itself that games to this day still aren't, I don't even want to say brave enough to do, but like willing to do and extend and reach in terms of like story and gameplay of like, let's just be batshit insane.
It's weird in a way that AAA games rarely are. And I think when you do, it's something like Death Stranding, and it's like, I wonder why that's also like that. I saw some discourse popping up around this game that kind of reminds me of how people talked about the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Where it's like, it's like the dreamlike visuals, and it's got kind of cleaned up and sterilized and things like that. Namely, I saw a thing get retweeted or reposted a bunch of the saluting scene, and someone said, like, look how they massacred my boy. And I will say that was the only time I kind of noticed the visual upgrades, not in a negative way, but like in a way where it's like that original shot of him saluting is so iconic, and it's like got all that kind of the rays coming through, and there is a bit of a dreamlike look to that scene, and it is very just like unreal, looking just like a guy standing there saluting in this one. But I did think that discourse was a little blown out of proportion, because that is literally the only... I've played through Snake Eater a million times. It's one of my top 10 games of all time, maybe top 5. I think it looks objectively better in every other scene, and I think the saluting scene is just the one that looks a little like, oh, wow, this looks significantly different in a way that I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, you noticed it, is what you said, and that's kind of enough, right? To be like, okay, there's something here, yeah.
That's how I always feel about those, because it's come up with Shadow of the Colossus, it came up with the Demon Souls remakes, and I'm always like, they have a point, and it also doesn't really bother me that much.
It bothers me for Shadow of the Colossus, but I not so much that it's like, well, they shouldn't have done that. Like, yeah, it just, I prefer the original.
They really cleaned up Lyndon B. Johnson in this one.
Okay, well, I want filthy Lyndon. Please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dan, you showed it off in the quick look. It's just like this game just does so many odd, fun little things of like, well, what happens if I were to spin my character around a bunch and then exit out after he just ate? Oh shit, he's puking.
Yeah. Why is Sigint, when I call him here, talking about his nightmare about poop tanks that shoot poop missiles and turn everything into poop? Why do I have a nightmare that's a completely different game? And the fact that they like all of that weird shit is in this. Like every one of those, is saving during the end fight and coming back a week later, all that stuff. And like that's a lot of the personality of this game and the legacy. And like this is very faithful to that.
You just made me feel bad, because I realized I have not called Signet yet at all in this game.
Once you know what you're doing, you don't really need to.
Like
you're not calling Nastasha in the first one, Yeah.
Oh God, I had a point, but I forgot it. But yeah, I don't know. Grubb, Bacalar, Grubb, you haven't played through any of the Metal Gears, right?
No. I played 1 and 5, and I love both those games.
You got to play this one. I really think this would be an ideal way for you to get in.
Yeah, after you beat Claire Obscure.
Yes, right.
Yeah, let's not get
so
crazy.
I'm beating Claire Obscure, which is why I haven't started this game yet. But I have this like primed and ready to go, probably next. Yeah, I at least want to start it and see how I feel about it.
I feel like this is tangentially a dad game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be the judge of that.
Kind of a mom game too.
There's really only about 40% of this crew that can definitively say that. So
seems like a cool dad game.
The jury is still out.
Yeah,
You and I are dog fathers.
Yeah, like I said, my point stands. I think I played 1, 4, and 5. And
Interesting spread.
yeah, because it's just like enough already. I just, they just, for me, they kind of like outstay their welcome in a big way. But I remember wanting to play Snake Eater. And now I'm going to do it. I'm going to. There's another game I started that we'll have to talk about next week, but I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to do it for you, Dan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is weird, but I don't think
You
it's
made this.
weird in the full Kojima Metal Gear. Like that's 2.
It can be
that's
weirder.
4. Those are the ones that are batshit. Like 3 is pretty straightforward compared to all the other ones. It's weird in some ways, but it's not like everything freaking out.
And you know me, I think I prefer it when Kojima's a slightly reined in, even though there's plenty of weird stuff here. But yeah, I am the person who's like, 1 and 3, those are my favorites for sure.
And I think I like when he goes fully out. Like I like 2, I like 4, I like Death Stranding 2, but I also love 3 and 1 and 5,
Is 1 the most like normal?
3 is.
Yeah.
No, 3. No,
You think
3
3's more normal than 1?
There's parts of 3.
we judge
I
it
think you're right. 1 is the most normal.
One
One
felt
has a okay. Hang on, let's just break
normal
it
to
down.
me.
If we just had to like elevator pitch, you got a psychic, you got a guy with a spirit raven on his head, you got she's just a sniper. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
So nothing too
I
wacky.
think all
you
of
got
them are
the genetic,
already-
you got a clone brother. You got a cowboy that loves torturing people.
Yeah.
This one has a vampire.
That's
Vampires 2 and 4.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But
Yeah.
I think describing the characters is you're doing it a disservice in terms of like the normalcy of it, because just because it has these like wild characters doesn't mean it's less. I think
Okay.
as a package, 1 seems to be fairly straightforward and normal.
But no, actually, but storyline wise, in 1, you have to like get injected with a thing and then go to Alaska in a submarine and infect a bunch of people by being near them. In 3, it's just like, hey, go kill this lady.
Yeah, but Dan, 3 has a B-man.
Yeah, B-Man is a lot.
Has it? The B-Man's
I'm sorry, I don't want to.
Man.
And
Are there
Lightning
ghosts?
Man.
And
Any
the
of
Predator
them-
Man.
did any of them
and
have
the guy who went to
ghosts?
space and went crazy. Yeah.
I like him.
And then an old man with a parrot.
Yeah.
I kind of can't believe I've played 60% of these games. That's
And
weird to me.
I can't believe you've
There's a
done
ghost.
that.
There's a
in-
ghost in 3.
I can't believe you played 60% of them and one of them wasn't 3. I can't believe you played 4 before 3.
Believe it. Well, I played 4 because it came with the PlayStation 3 that time, if you recall. Because I waited to buy one but I wanted some backwards compatibility. If you remember, there was like a nerfed one, right? Like the
Yes,
the
they
original
nerfed it
PS3 was like
eventually, yeah.
full blown.
Oh,
60 gig could do the full
Yeah,
back
and then-
and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that there was a ghost?
There's a straight up ghost in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not someone who, like, sees ghosts. Like, no, there's just a ghost, man.
Yeah, ghosts are
And then
real.
The Ghost Man story, like, there are, like, familial ties to other characters.
The ghost is
and,
important.
it's a very important ghost that makes blood rain.
This ladder is famous.
What are we looking at? The time to full completion for 4. I'm sorry, for 3.
10 to 12.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
that's not interesting too. I think in 1 and 3, 2 like this too. They're paced very well. You
Yes,
can
they
get
are.
through them in
Yeah,
a
4
very
pissed me
pleasant
off
way.
in a big way.
Yeah, okay, so here's
Sure.
the 4 and 2 are the ones that kind of backload all the crazy Kojima stuff where it's like, oh boy, I'm watching this for 2 hours,
was
or I'm watching
so-
a codec for 2 hours. 3 and 1 are the ones that are the best at just like pacing it out, like gameplay
Yeah.
cuts,
Okay, yes.
gameplay
They're
cutscene.
definitely
you know?
the best pace. Yeah, I like 5 a lot, but its story is really weird and the pacing gets kind of bad at the end of it.
Weird, yeah.
Right. Like 1 and 3 are just they're definitely the most complete Metal Gear games for me.
Yes.
4 came out like a month after I moved in with Stacy, and that's a bad first impression, I think, for a person you maybe potentially want to
the
spend the
best.
rest of your life with. And I remember, I think I've told this story somewhere before, but she left to like go out with her friends. She was watching this cutscene. She's like, oh, is this what you're into, kind of thing?
Here's a
And-
PowerPoint about DNA. Yeah.
And she left, and when she came back, I was still watching the same cutscene. And she was just like,
yeah. Whoa, this game's cool.
pack up your shit and get out of here, nerd.
It was. It's the only one Bianca played. She played 4 without having played the other ones, which is wild.
What the
and she
hell?
liked it. She was into it.
Mike, I have to ask you because I know how Dan approaches Metal Gear based off of the history of this website. How do you approach the encounters? Are you a stealth man at all?
I'm very stealthy. In fact, I like to play through, and I'm playing through 3 non-lethal. I'm making sure I don't kill anybody. Now, sometimes I knock a person out, and then the wind throws them off a bridge, and I assume they die. But I check the stats, and it says I didn't kill them, so it's
You
fine.
didn't. Yeah.
That was nature.
Would you be found liable in a court of law?
Well, probably actually, but yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think I ride the line between both of you where I'll try stealth and stealth will quickly fall apart, and then I'll just go in guns blazing.
Yeah, like I'll do a lot of reloading, right? Because I do want to get through it like fully stealthy. So if I get caught, it does auto saves basically every time you go through a loading screen, which is where an encounter starts. And the game's well designed around that. It feels good.
Fantastic. You did not kill that man, Mike Minotti. Gravity did.
That's absolutely right. Even like the bosses, right? Because you can trank them instead of kill them, but they still blow up. But that wasn't me. That was the bomb inside them or whatever. It's fine.
It was the bees, I swear.
It was the bees. Your firearms are useless against them.
All right,
Nice.
King.
I got that one. Good job. Tommy boy, let's go.
Metallica, yeah. Ooh. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with the news right after this word from our sponsors.
Okay.
Jan, my computer's sick. I've decided it's time to start building a new one. I just don't know where to start.
Grubb, if your computer is sicky poo, you got to start with MSI, which just dropped something big in its brand new Z890 and B860 Intel motherboards.
Are those the motherboards that unlock the power of the Intel Core Ultra Series 2 CPUs?
Yes, sir. These Mobos, as we're calling them on the streets, are powerhouses for gaming, streaming, and whatever intense tasks you need to throw at them.
Okay, but Jan, you know me. I'm scared of tools. That screwdriver's so sharp.
It's okay, bud. MSI made them Jeff-proof and maybe Dan-proof as well. They're easy to work with. No more wrestling with tiny little screws or confusing manuals. We're talking easy debug LEDs that tell you exactly what's going on. Toolless installs for your M2 drives and GPUs, or GPUs. We're calling them GPUs too now.
Okay, hell yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. MSI has that modern BIOS as well that looks like it was actually made for humans to use, not some relic from 2003. Give me more of that.
Yes, that's right. It's going to be so easy to get secure boots on the ground. It's like PC building on easy mode, Grubb. And here's the best part. Giant Bombcast listeners, MSI is giving you 10% off these new regularly priced Z890 and B860 boards. Just head over to us-store.msi.com and use promo code BOMBCAST at checkout. Boom, instant savings.
I'm going to stack that discount. They allow you to do that. And with MSI's got ongoing promotions, that's potentially going to score me up to $120 in Steam codes. It's basically free games just for upgrading. Everyone listening should do the same.
So if you're ready to upgrade your setup, do not wait. Visit us-store.msi.com and use the code BOMBCAST, BOMCAST, all in lowercase, and give your PC the upgrade it deserves.
MSI, making PC building less of a headache and a lot more fun.
Mobo! This is Jeff Grubb with the news. News. Jeff News Grubb.
Oh, I'm Jeff News Grubb. Let's talk about it. Gamescom happened. Gamescom opening night live happened right as soon as we finished our episode last week. So it's like a full week ago. I don't want to go through all this stuff, but I guess we can encapsulate all of Gamescom. Anything you guys come away from that show and from the following days and hearing about people playing stuff that stuck out to you? I think a couple of games from the opening night live that really hit me were Road Kings, which is that Saber interactive card PG. Yes, not the docking one. The docking one's a separate game, which I'm also into. Road Kings is the kind of European truck simulator one, but with seems like more of a narrative, and they made it feel very emotional and stuff. I don't know, but beyond that, it's like that Batman Lego game looks all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone saying it's supposed to be bigger than the Arkham City game, which seems wild that it's all Legos. Yeah, I don't know if this winds up being another roam around the city like a Spider-Man game, then I'm into it.
Yep, I think it looks really promising, and they're kind of bringing in all of the Batman stuff with maybe a focus on the Dark Knight trilogy, but there's definitely a bunch of other stuff in there. They do have the Batman and some references to older Batman stuff in there. So
yeah.
And Arkham stuff all over the place too.
Yes, and then
Arkham Riddler trophies.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
straight up just kind of making an Arkham game.
Wait,
Great. Awesome.
Wait, Riddler trophies for sure?
I heard someone say that. I did not see that.
Because-
I didn't notice them. I didn't notice.
Something happens to me
Yeah.
Oh,
when
they're fun.
Riddler trophies
Riddler
are
trophies were
introduced.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never did get all of them in City, which was too bad. 'Cause, like, I did a thing with the Riddler where he flew away in like a mech suit or something, and it was like, oh, I bet there's a really cool boss fight if I got all these Riddler trophies, and then I just didn't.
Ooh,
Coming
Mount Rushmore of collectibles would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Riddler trophies would be on there.
coming back from Comic-Con one year, I bought a life-size Riddler trophy, and
Oh, I didn't know you were a full sicko.
well, I mean, it was the '90s, you know. It was probably like 2007, but either way,
No way it was the
it was later. I had to explain to airport security what the fuck exactly was in my carry-on.
Not a
there.
bong, I swear.
And it had like all these gears and weird battery compartments because it used to light up when it used to work properly. But that was a fun Comic-Con, nevertheless.
No, that's. I want to see pictures of it. Post it on Instagram or something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I know that we've seen, and I joked about this last week, we've seen so many iterations of the Wayne parents dying. I just need a Lego Batman scene of like Robert Pattinson's the Batman with just like Nirvana playing in the background. I just need a brooding Lego Batman.
Mm-hmm. I need them to make a reference to that Phase comic. That's what I need. This is a gamer issue Batman. And yeah, literally, the mic has the gamer issue about the gamer issue right there. Outside of that, and well, okay. Any other games stand out to you guys? Are you guys all big La Comedia or Divina Commedia
I want
fans
to
or
play
whatever?
a Dawn of War finally, so I don't know. I kind of want to play Dawn of War 1 before 4 comes out.
Mike, I would play again. We should do skirmishes against.
that'd
each
be
other,
fun.
since neither of us have played it, and we're both curious.
I gotta see, because like I own it, but they did a recent remaster, and I gotta see if it's really worth buying this new remaster of Dawn of War. If I'm fine with the original, gotta look into it.
There were
Bubsy
two
4D.
Bubsy 4D. So there was a pre-show as well, a Bubsy 4D, that He-Man game, a couple other ones people keep calling out from there. But Bubsy 4D actually looks legitimately like a good time. It's from Fabraz, who is the indie developer that's done some 3D platformers before, Demon's Turf, and they got a new one coming out soon. And then this game, Bubsy 4D, is coming out next year, I believe. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I can't believe they're actually doing that. A couple other things out of Gamescom from people like just getting hands-on with like Switch 2 games that got announced early on. Elden Ring playing pretty shitty on the Switch 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake playing really good on the Switch 2. Not much else out of the show. Did you guys see any other headlines from Gamescom that kind of caught your fancy or anything like that? Because I just didn't.
Somebody sent, I don't know if this is out of Gamescom, so if it's not, you just silence me and we'll move on. There's a Hellraiser game coming out. Was that from Gamescom?
So people did play that at Gamescom. In fact, I watched a short from Kurt Indovina, who went hands-on with the game, and he seemed pretty impressed. That is another Saber game.
Wow.
Saber's just making, apparently Saber's got, Lexi told me apparently Saber's just got like 13 studios or something like that. This Hellraiser game, people seem impressed by it. They're like, it's hitting the tone. It also kind of looks really amazing because you actually haven't seen a lot of these characters like in this kind of fidelity before. I'm interested for sure. But yeah.
I've heard people say that the Silk Song demo there is somehow pretty much that demo I played at the Nintendo E3 2019.
That's
now they're just
impossible.
goofing. They're just goofing.
That
Come
is
on.
insane.
Or they say it's spruced up, but it is like that part of the games though.
Man, okay, that's nuts. All right, so Silk Song, that is something that people were also playing at Gamescom. It did get its release date in this past week. It's coming out September 4th of 2025. So yeah, in like a week or so it'll be here. Whatever, game's coming out. People are excited. There won't be reviews. These are like the tidbits that you should take away from this because they want to give the game to Kickstarter backers first before anyone else. So kind of you'll have to just play it that way or wait for reviews later. But because this game is coming out suddenly, September 4th, a lot of other indie games have moved. I have a small list here. Little Witch in the Woods has been delayed from September 4th to September 25th or September 15th. Let's see here. Clover Pit is now coming September 26th. Atima Lucy is coming in 2026 now. It's just leaving this year entirely. Demon School is going to November 19th. And Baby Steps is now coming September 23rd. So just everything's moving out of the way.
It is interesting. I think I saw Matt Piscatella post something today of like, it is getting treated like it's like GTA or something.
It's the GTA 6 indie games. Is what everyone's saying, yeah.
But that's just, I mean, look, it's a really good game. I'm excited to play it, but like, is it that much of a?
It's the most wishlisted game on Steam.
Okay, well, that's.
I mean, that's the one number. You know, it's not even a number, but it's a fact about it that we have. So I mean, if you have that information,
Yeah.
And everyone's doing it, and these people probably have a little bit more information, probably professionals consulting about like what this might mean for them. If everyone's kind of doing it, I bet there's something to it.
They said the first one sold like 15 million copies, and this one could like get, 5 million copies almost immediately. And in the indie space, that is a lot of the oxygen sucked out of the room.
But if you're someone like, let's say, because not everyone's going to be into like a Metroidvania, even a really good one like this. So something like Clover Pit, which is like kind of they're saying Balatro meets Buckshot Roulette, and it's one that we're playing. It's embargoed and stuff, but like we can say obviously it's nothing like Silksong. Like I'm not a marketing guy, but wouldn't there be something to like? All right, here's an alternative in the indie space that's nothing like Silksong. So for people who aren't into that,
but you have to be the alternative though, because I think the problem is, what if you're the third game? And it's like no one's paying attention to the third also ran at that point.
And also Silksong also experienced like an anomaly in terms of its story. There's certain machinations you could not manufacture with that game, and I think there's a whole list of variables that on the other end of it you have this sort of situation. Plus, I mean, if my game was the most wish-listed game, I wouldn't shut the fuck up about that either. I'd be like,
sure.
If you're, go ahead, Jim.
Grubb, I think you're onto something with not wanting to be the third game, because in Clover Pit's instance, even though it is radically different than Silksong, you still have to compete with Balatro. And like there are still a ton of people that have not put Balatro down. And if you're competing with time and Silksong isn't your jam, you may just stick with what's familiar versus exploring something new in Clover.
A lot of these teams are also probably relying on people like us or bigger streamers like Northern Lion. Like, hey, can you play our game this week? And there's a chance he might. Not during Silksong week. We're already talking about like we'll do a long stream for Silksong. We're kind of focusing on that, and so that like takes out that kind of word of mouth, and then that has a knock-on effect of fewer people are talking about it who watch those streams, and they're not talking about it as much in their Discord. So I bet there's a lot of data out there that's just this is probably the right move to move these games.
I wonder if Team Cherry is surprised. Like, were they thinking about like, oh, we might upset people if we just release this game in 2 weeks with little notice?
Maybe they probably weren't thinking about it, because it's like we're just working on our game. That's what it sounds like over there, according to that Jason Schreier story. They were just happily plugging away at this game, letting that first game sell and fund everything, and it worked out perfect. So it seemed like they were in their own little world.
Can I get a quick temp check? Should I play the original Hollow Knight 1 before embarking on Silksong?
I don't think so. I don't think you need it for any kind of narrative purpose, and if anything, I think you risk burning yourself out, because it's a fairly long game.
I mean, I love Hollow Knight 1, but it's a very big game. I think this game's a prequel anyway, so play this, and if you really like that, then when you're ready, you can go back to Hollow Knight.
All right, we'll keep going here. They can't get the hardware. That's a quote about Nintendo reportedly telling would-be Switch 2 devs to just release your game on Switch 1 instead. According to a report from Digital Foundry's DF Direct weekly podcast, developers are still having a difficult time obtaining Nintendo Switch 2 development kits, even after the console's launch. Some developers have been advised to release their games on the original Switch and rely on backward compatibility instead of creating Switch 2 only titles. This strategy is puzzling to some, as even major developers are struggling to get kits, while some indie studios have received them instead. The lack of Switch 2 dev kits is problematic for games that push the original Switch's limits. I really struggle to figure out what this is until I'm like, maybe this is them being like, we don't want a ton of Switch 2 dev kits out there, because that might increase the chance that someone cracks the system and piracy happens. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, because this typically does not happen. Once a system is out, dev kits become readily available. At least that's my understanding. Maybe that's not always been the case. But if there's a weird gaps in the Switch 2's library, it's going to be because of this.
Weird. And we talk about it, Nintendo does some dumb stuff sometimes. This is one of the dumber ones. What the heck is this about? So we're already having problems with things like Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, like not running really well on a Switch 2 because there's not a native version. And now there's like all these indie games where I'm getting concerned about. I'm like, whoa, well, is the Switch 2 going to be the best place to play Shinobi or Silk Song? And boy, do they want people playing Silk Song on there. Hades 2, which I'm associating heavily with the Switch 2. All sorts of stuff like that. And again, even just like, I'm confused why we don't have more these third-party ports happening, and this seems like that's part of that equation as well.
Yeah, and I think we could probably chalk this up to Nintendo just being very weird, and the explanation of it might not be beyond that. It might just be like, yeah, there's no one really in charge of that. It's just something we kind of do when we launch a console. I don't know. Lumines Arise gets a demo on PS5 and Steam to celebrate its release date announcement, but it's for 1 week only. The playable demo for Lumines Arise is available now on PS5 and Steam for 1 week only until September 3rd. The full game will be released in November on the 11th of that month for those platforms. Pre-order standard edition and the digital deluxe editions now. Yeah, I'm gonna go check this out for sure.
Yeah, I play. I was looking at the embargo stuff, and yeah, I guess now that it's out and I'm looking at it, we can talk about it. I've played a bunch of it. I played a bunch of the demo. It's dope.
It really is the. It really, like the series always had this, but it really still does feel like a Tetris Effect moment for it because they just amplified all that stuff in this one. It looks really good.
Well, and what other puzzle series would be more, ready for the Tetris Effect treatment than this? It seems perfect for this.
Meteos.
There's some drugs to be done with this.
Columns. No one actually likes columns, Mike. Meteos.
I didn't even defend columns. All right, I know I'm a Sega guy.
Look, stop.
Columns was like
Columns.
the Gems one, right?
Yeah,
Afterman isn't that great,
Columns was in
Mike.
every multi-pack. Yeah, every pack-in thing, every six-pack, every whatever had columns, and no one ever liked it.
Yeah, I tried to play it when I go to my friend's house and he had the Genesis. I'm like, what is this? Give me Tetris. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Lumines, I'm looking forward to it. I love Tetris Effect so much. Glad that Enhance is still just doing stuff like that and now doing it with Lumines. A game that I never played all that much, and then when I played it at Summer Game Fest, it clicked, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm ready for this one now.
That first PSP one was unbelievable.
Yeah.
A Nintendo Direct is reportedly planned for mid-September. Reports suggest it could happen around September 12th, although that's a Friday. But there's a reason to think maybe there's something to that date because September 13th, which is what it would be in Japan if this really did happen on September 12th, would be the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. Now, a September Direct has happened every year since they started doing Directs, except for last year. They didn't do one last year, but every other year they have done one. So it's usually a safe assumption that they will have one. And now that the Switch 2 is here, I think we can say, like, the reason they didn't do it last year is the Switch 2 wasn't ready and they were saving stuff. So now the Switch 2 is here, they'll probably get back on that normal cadence. So yeah, a Switch Direct in September sounds right to me. How do you guys feel about the Mario aspect of this, the 40th anniversary? What do you think they could even have?
It could be so many things. There were the rumors of a new, and that it's more recent, but of the series New Super Mario Brothers, a collection of those 3 games we don't have on the Switch yet. It doesn't excite me a ton, but sure, I can see why that would make sense. We still don't have Mario Galaxy 2 on there, but I don't know if they're going to do anything with that. I mean, there's a million things they can do with Mario. Maybe we get Mario 3 40, right? Like another Battle Royale kind of thing. The same with Mario 3.
Last one was not great.
No, there was something. It was kind of fun.
How many times have they actually like remastered the original?
Like Super Mario Bros.
All-Stars and then Game Boy Color. There's been a moment. I guess, I don't know. There's a part of me, it's like, I don't know how much I need Mario 1 remastered again. I like Mario 1.
I would love that. I just think if they did that with like full on the HD treatment and added some other stuff, that'd be for me. But HD 2D Super Mario Bros.
I think it's possible. Cool. Yeah.
But I think maybe I would prefer if they updated Super Mario Maker with mouse controls and maybe that thing. Is that what you're thinking, Jan?
That's 100% what I was thinking. I was holding my mouse and I thought, wow, what a great way to control things.
Yes.
Switch 2 has a mouse.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. I think Pie in the Sky, which I have not heard even any rumors of, but I would love if they tried to do like the Mega Man 9 type thing and do like Super Mario Brothers 4. You know, and just, like, have it be
You mean like the
that'd be
Sonic
neat.
4 thing?
yeah, exactly like Sonic 4. Make it episodic. Yeah,
I think we all think it's probably too soon to hear about the next 3D Mario game.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not expecting that at all. I wonder if there's something, there's other silly things like another Alarmo theme based around Mario, even more soundtracks
Right.
on the store.
Those the baby Mario stuff of like all
Yes.
the toddler toys. They'll probably talk about those
yeah.
things.
Fucking leave with Alarmo. Get me the fuck off
Hey
this
man,
planet.
Mike, we've got ours.
It's the it's
got
alarm
me
of
up
the
today.
year.
Well,
Yep.
I tried to get away from it and was struggling to get up. You guys might notice I missed that meeting that one time, right? I strayed away from the path of Alarmo and almost slipped into the warm depths of hell.
You guys really wake up to that?
I don't wake up to it, but it is my bedside alarm or clock. I don't. The alarm's on my phone.
I wake up to it.
Dylan uses it. He likes it. I think setting an alarm is 11 steps too many.
It's a good alarm.
It's well, I guess you're trying to set a different time for each day. It's a lot.
And you can set it up to do different times at different days, but it's just
Yeah, then that becomes a hassle.
It's a pain.
I swear to God,
No,
if
no,
they
it's
mention
easy
that
now.
thing,
They updated it. You can do that easily.
that is not 40th anniversary material, though. Do not come at me with
Well, no,
Alarmo
that's
shit.
the thing with Nintendo. It could be we're going all out and it's the fucking year of Luigi and watch out, everybody. We're doing everything with this guy. Or it could be here's a phone wallpaper. Like Nintendo has done all of these things for anniversary.
Or here's a
before.
phone.
Yeah. Or
I
here's
do
the
think for
Mario
the
phone.
Direct, they will announce the delay of Metroid Prime 4.
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
No.
It just got rated. It got rated by the ESRB.
Saying my fancy critic, I got Battlefield 6, I got Baby Steps, I got
You guys are getting
Morsels
this-
No,
Recently.
I have
I'm
Baby
making
Steps.
moves. I'm
Even-
making moves.
Even with my bad first pick with the 3D Mario game, I'm still projected to win because I had Shinobi.
I was going to say, who had
killing it.
Shinobi? Yeah, that had 80. It got an
shit,
89.
dude.
It did really well, yeah.
Hell yeah. I still got Anno, 117, Mina the Hollower. Let's go.
I'm
you got
beefing
some
with
good ones.
a fantasy critics. I went, I'm like, dude, this God of War spinoff project is definitely not coming out this year. And they're like, you're not Schreier. I'm like, you're right. I'm not. Please, though, I picked it. Just do something here. And they're not. So,
I dropped Baby Steps. That's right.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah, I mean, for something I think will do better, so get fucked.
Oh, shit.
Forza
Well,
Horizon
Baby
6.
Steps
Oh,
gave
good.
me Poison Ivy, so I'm not.
Yeah, I was going. That's what I wanted to bring. Okay, yes, Dan, did you get Poison Ivy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
covered.
despite traipsing around in Poison Ivy for several minutes,
It's pretty
You were
quick.
covered head to toe thanks to the power of Baby
so
Steps.
maybe Baby Steps did save me. Yes, I had shoes and socks on. I immediately threw the whole onesie into the washer. Yeah,
Leaves of 3, leave them be is the move there. Yeah.
I rubbed hydrocortisone cream all over my legs. Washed them thoroughly. I think I'm good.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
unless
put
you-
on the Baby Steps onesie that we got sent, and he went out into the woods and filmed something, and people walked through something that people thought was Poison Ivy.
Yes, and then I did Google Lens, and it was like that's Poison Ivy. So, but I think I'm okay.
All right.
It doesn't. The one time I did touch poison, it happens relatively quickly. I think you're okay.
I'm in the
Yeah.
clear. It's been like 20, not 24, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
look,
you're
we're all collectively hoping and praying, right? Like, we all want this to happen for you.
I
for
mean,
sure.
and here's where I'm fucked up. When I realized that might be the case, I'm like, oh, that's really funny. And then like I didn't get Poison Ivy, and I was like, that's not as funny.
Oh, you could have worked us. That would have been fine.
No, it needs to be a shoot. Yeah.
All right. Forza Horizon 6 reportedly set to be revealed at Tokyo Game Show next month, which is fortuitous because the rumor is it's going to take place in Japan. That's been like intimated to me. I don't know how much I trust what I'm hearing on that, but then there was the thing with someone in Australia from the team taking pictures of rare K cars, which are the small Japanese vehicles that I want one really bad too. And it's like, okay, well, K cars have been there before, but the one they were taking a picture of is like the kind of one you would put in there if you were having a game take place in Japan because it's relatively rare. Also, Japan just feels right. It feels like the timing is lined up for that. So the fact that they're announcing at Tokyo Game Show, do you guys think that gives any more fuel to this fire?
Yeah.
Or it could be anywhere, though.
Sure. I mean, people point out, like, everyone always expects it's going to be
Yes.
Japan. I think Britain also pointed out on Game this morning, well, it has to happen eventually. We were there with Assassin's Creed, right? Everybody thought Japan. Well, eventually you did get Assassin's Creed Shadows. My big question is the whole, like, young people at a hip festival vibe going to be toned down a little bit or not?
I don't think they ever turned. The last one sold too well for them to change anything.
It's
They're
a
stuck.
party.
It's a party about social media. Oh my god.
We're on social media.
Oh my god. Can you believe they have social media at this
Oh my
rate?
god, you got
It's
so many likes.
Oh my god, I got so many likes.
I don't
my
like either of
social
these
media.
characters.
Wait, I need
suck.
to know where this is from. What's happening?
It's from the game Forza Horizon.
It's always
It's
some
for-
fucking DJ yelling at you about likes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. It's like a festival, except everybody is happy and gets along with each other.
Forza Horizon 5 ruled. That game is
Yeah, it
one
was
of the
good.
best. Chill out, like just go sit down and play a video game in a while. So I'm excited, and I do think Japan would be awesome. I think the one I hated the most in terms of setting was England. There was just
Yeah,
nothing.
I like
There was nothing
Australia
to it.
anyway.
But
Australia's good.
you in Europe, Jeff. I swear
yeah.
to God.
Just
Yes,
get
but
rid
you're
of
right.
it.
The Australia one was better. The Australia
Grubb
one
just
was
wants to go to Europe
Yeah.
and just like knock out any potential pickpocket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, a road man? That's not a threat. Get out of here with that. You have a knife? Are you
Hey,
kidding
I
me?
still stand behind Crew Motorfest. I think Hawaii was a very good location for one of those.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
My dream, gang, if Forza Horizon 6 is going to be revealed at TGS and it's going to take place in Japan, fucking give me the Tokyo Drift song from Fast and
Oh, they
Furious
would
Tokyo
have
Drift.
to, right?
Yeah,
I love
just,
that.
just fucking cut a trailer, and I just need to hear a Japanese woman from in the distance going, Fast and Furious! And then I will channel in my inner DK, and not Donkey Kong, but the Drift King.
Oh.
All right, let's see here. Skate Early Access is releasing on September 16th. They just announced this. Previews are going up. Me and Mike saw some hands-on and then didn't play it.
We
You
were
got your feet on it.
I never understood how I was supposed to play it. The preview, and I
neither.
was too ashamed and busy to ask PR for clear. I think,
Yes.
Jeff, we were supposed to sync our EA accounts or something. I don't
gave
know.
them some information about my account, and then nothing ever happened, and they never. But whatever, I was too busy. That's the
Yeah, but I
reality.
do
So
feel
my-
bad. People was like, "Hey, how's it going there?" And I was just in shame. I was just like, I think I messed something up, so I don't want to bother you. But
Exactly.
Now I'm like, I don't know if I did.
Well, and then when they asked, it's like it's over tomorrow. I'm like, well, that's too late to get this figured out.
Yeah,
so
too late to be a problem now.
whatever. I probably wasn't gonna have much time to play it, even if I did have access
It's out
to
soon.
it. It's out soon, and I looked at it, and what they showed us from their demonstration of it, and it looks like Skate. It does. I think that they had that chat there of like other people who are from other like websites or whatever covering it, and there was a lot of people who were big Skate fans who were just did not seem very happy. I don't know what to make of that.
Well, a lot of people seem to be upset about I think what they called the Fortnitification of the visuals.
Yes, the visuals are a little bit, cartoony, I guess, is the most simplest way of putting that. I was not really noticing that. I'm like, this game looks fine, but I also recognize what this game's trying to be, a free-to-play, live service forever game that can run on anything. So maybe I was just kind of coming at it from that mindset. In terms of the gameplay, I mean, it just looks like there's going to be a single-player thing. You go on there and play that stuff, but you're supposed to go hang out with your friends. Can it stand up to that for years and years for the skating community? I have no idea, but I'm interested to see. This is definitely not one of those early access games where people should be like, well, I should wait to the full thing. This is like early access, like the way Fortnite was in early access or beta, where it's like they're just trying to test out ideas. So I'm definitely going to hop in there and see, and maybe we can do a stream or two, but I don't know what else to make of it. But yep, September 16th, out in early access. Longtime Bungie boss Pete Parsons has announced his departure after 2 decades. Really, the story here is Bungie has been absorbed into PlayStation Studios. This is something that began last year. This really just marks that it's fully happened. I bet Pete Parsons shares have also vested. Like it's probably been about that long. So he's probably like, all right, I'm getting paid. I'm out. And I don't want to be part of like having to answer to someone at PlayStation because I came here with the understanding that I would be in charge and Bungie would be independent. That's not the case anymore. So I guess, hey, what do you guys think the future is for Bungie, a company that has to keep supporting Destiny 2 and is putting out Marathon early next year by all
I
accounts?
mean, I don't
boy.
think they're gonna miss Pete Parsons in his vintage cars or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of toxicity associated with him, according to recent reporting, and not a lot of good things said about him either.
I don't know, because it's like I hope they are planning a contingency for if Marathon doesn't hit at this point. They've had some time for that, right?
Oh, boy.
Right, and it's just they want that to hit, of course, but they can't be in a situation where, well, that has to hit or we're done, because there seems like there's a distinct possibility it doesn't hit. So, but then it's like, what's the backup plan? Because sure, well, let's make Destiny 3. That's a very expensive backup plan. I think it's something that they are going to have to do eventually, and they are going to have to start figuring out what that looks like and how it can happen. Because what exactly are your other options here? Chase some other online service trend, go back to making a single-player shooter.
I have an idea.
Can you make from that? Yeah.
So Bungie's struggling, right? And they are looking for ground to go to, and Destiny 3 is like that big scary thing that like would be a lot to chew off, like that bite off, and they would be like very difficult to pull off, but they might have to do that eventually. In the meantime, there is another thing that is struggling that they could partner with, and now these companies seem like they're pretty friendly. What if they helped out with the next Halo?
You know?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
It's probably, there's almost no way that happens, but I don't see why it couldn't actually now, because that Halo would just come out everywhere, and Microsoft's not super hot on the people that had been making Halo for a minute there. It's not going to happen, but I just thought.
I mean, you know what? It's not a 0% chance, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a cool script you've written.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm putting out that spec script in Hollywood right now. We'll see what happens.
Cody Rhodes coming back.
Yeah. All right. Last couple of stories here on September 10th. Acclaim will reveal new surprises, exclusive content, and announcements you won't want to miss. Of course, Jeff Jarrett's behind all of this.
Is he gonna do their direct?
Fuck, I hope so. That would
We
be
have
awesome.
to watch this, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
we're
Acclaim
definitely-
Direct. Yeah.
Okay. So Acclaim announced a little bit that they were coming back, and at that time I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what games could you possibly be like trafficking on?" Because
Art versus the Space Mutants.
right, yes, the games I think of for Acclaim are licensed games. Those licenses are elsewhere, and
Jam, Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
and then Shadow Man, which is has already come back with like Night Dive doing something with them, and then Turok,
which has been night dived and also just getting a new game already,
which was also playable at Summer Game Fest, and people they discovered that's going to have both first and third person. It was going to be third person, but they added first person in there as well. But
for that,
that's an aside. So, guys, what could Acclaim possibly announce that gets you excited?
I am scrolling through their list of games.
Me
'cause I remember
too.
seeing that
Me
logo.
too.
I did this. Yeah, I did this yesterday when I first saw the story.
Yeah, and I've played a million of these games, but it's Terminator, it's fucking Alien, it's WWF, it's Mortal Kombat, it's all these things. It's Wolverine, things where those licenses are very much in other people's hands. So I'm trying to think of one thing they could do here.
BMX Triple X2.
Yeah.
Mary Kate and Ashley Pocket Planner.
There we go.
Does EA have Simpsons?
They
They
did.
did. I don't know if anyone. I mean, it's just Disney now.
Okay.
So I don't know who the hell has Simpsons.
Ants Racing.
Oh, Newman Haas IndyCar featuring Nigel Mansell.
Because like the one thing they could have done if it wasn't for the fact we're already getting Turok is Turok. I associate that so much with Acclaim, and like the worse or like the not as good wrestling games, right? Was that them?
Yeah.
Or did they do No Mercy?
They did like Raw and no. That was THQ.
THQ.
They did the
That's right.
16-bit Royal Rumble and Raw and stuff like that, and some NES ones too.
But yeah, so when I see the Acclaim N64 wrestling games at the used store, I'm like, those are not the good ones. I don't want those.
I liked them as a kid, but just because it was like the only wrestling game I had, you know.
Sure.
They had- no, they
Frank
had
Thomas,
some
Big Hurt
bad ones.
Baseball.
They had some. Oh yeah,
There's some sports stuff.
right.
Yeah,
But it's
Frank
like
Thomas.
those are also ones that like they can't do nowadays
Yeah.
because are they going to make a baseball game to compete with any of the arcade ones or the show? And it's like well, obviously they're not going to
Yeah.
do one equivalent to the show.
Be generic, but
Spawn.
No, but that won't be.
What about Todd McFarlane's Spawn?
And get back in the Spawn game. That's where the real money's at.
Revolution
Yeah.
X?
I mean, they gotta just be
Okay.
announcing something new or some new license game. Like I can't imagine. It's like it can't be a collection of classic
No.
Acclaim games.
Really tough to root for anything with its roots in Long Island. So
Forsaken.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
Wait, Forsaken came up recently. Is that going to be like a Night Dive thing or
I
something?
think we said that would be good for
I
Night
think it'd be for
Dive.
Okay.
that or for NSO.
Okay, we
Yeah.
got Iggy's Wrecking Balls. We got Extreme
Iggy's
G.
is on NSO already.
No One Can Stop Mr. Domino.
Oh.
Oh,
That's true.
What is the core of the messaging here? Are they saying something like?
Yeah, there was an announcement. I'll get that while you guys continue talking for a second.
Mike,
Give me
the American and Ashley games.
Yeah.
Don't you
Our friend
see
Jen
them
brought that up
releasing,
already, and I listened to him.
like hardware, like some sort of gimmicky, like retro hardware stuff?
Yeah, but even
I know. I'm not. Hey, I'm not excited.
I know. I just don't see because it really comes down to like them trading on nostalgia, and I just don't see what they could. Because and even if they try to do the thing of like, oh no, we're doing new efforts towards nostalgia. Like Atari's got that on lock now with Night Dive and Limited Run was over Embracer, but like with Night Dive and Atari's kind of a whole thing now.
You got .emu doing because they're doing like Ninja Gaiden and things like that. So you got some companies in that space, and
right. I mean, I guess Acclaim could try to do more of that, but to justify an entire reveal event with new surprises, exclusive content, and announcements on September 10th, I don't get it. What they originally said when they came back is. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to be leading the charge and bringing Acclaim back to the forefront of the games industry. That's according to Alex Joseph, who is a games industry veteran who's taken it back. We're fortunate that we have an extremely talented team and that we've already signed some incredible indie titles, which we'll be revealing soon. So there you go.
You guys know something wild? Night Dive already remastered Forsaken in 2018, apparently.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
What the hell? I want to play that. That sounds great.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to just get that
look
on
at this.
Steam
This
right
looks
now.
sick as hell. Okay.
Forsaken, really? Not even Descend?
Not even Descent. They got straight to Forsaken. I mean, I feel like this is also around the time they did Shadow Man, so it actually makes sense.
Sure. There it is. Forsaken Remastered, $20.
Wow.
All right. I'm
Add
getting
to
that.
my wish list.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. I guess it does sound like it's going to be a new indie game publisher with the name Acclaim, which is probably the whole idea here.
Whatever.
So
What if Jeff Jarrett stars in all these games?
okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Funny.
I would welcome that.
Yeah.
Oh man, Forsaken's so cool looking. Okay, Metroid Prime 4 has been rated by the ESRB. We talked about this a little bit, but as always, 6 weeks out from an ESRB rating is kind of the standard. That would put it in late September. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for it being that soon. So I've been saying, hey, it makes a lot of sense for late October, early November, kind of between Pokemon and what's the one that's coming out in November?
Kirby Air Riders.
Kirby Air Riders. So,
November
yeah,
20th.
I could
I think
see
January is looking good. First week.
Nah.
January sounds good.
But yeah, we'll see. That this does mean though that they feel like the game is complete and that they can submit it for ratings. They've already submitted it at other places, but ESRB is, that one's pretty locked down, pretty well understood. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, late September looks kind of bare for them.
It's possible for sure.
I mean, they'll have Silk Song on the 4th, and also that Star Wars Outlaws port for Switch 2 happens on the 4th. That Daemon X Machina is September 5th, so like earlier on there. But yeah, gosh, I don't want to get my hopes up either. I am hoping that, this direct that could happen in September, if it's not just straight up a Metroid Prime Direct like we have at the Kirby Air Riders thing, if it is a general Direct, I hope a lot of it is about Metroid. I hope it is Metroid Prime 4's release date. I hope they do tell me how I can play Metroid Prime 2 and 3 on my Switch 2 before that happens. Sorry, Dan, but for a while there I was feeling like, oh, this game is slipping, but with the ratings and whatnot happening, this is definitely feeling like a 2025 game still.
That does it for the headlines I've included. There was a ton of news this week, so if we missed anything, maybe you could throw it in a super chat and we'll talk about it there at the end of the show. But yeah, that's just how it goes some weeks.
Grubb, you perhaps missed the biggest news story of today.
I knew it. What is it?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
all
it.
right. Cool. Hey, back to you, Jan.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with emails and super chats. We'll see you on the other side of this. These are the emails for the show. Emails. Bombcast at giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. You can write in about any and everything. And hey, shouts out to y'all. We've been flooded with emails, and this time not spam or coupon codes or requests to show up on the red carpet for 80 for Brady. We're getting shoot emails, gang, and there's a whole bunch of them. I appreciate y'all. once again, if you want to write in about any and everything, you want to correct our grammar, I'm not going to read it because I don't fucking care what words I say. If you want to write in about a fun quiz, I'll try and include that if we have the time. If you have a question or some miscellaneous other things, write in, please. We'll try and get to all the emails. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address. First email comes from George from Orlando. Why is everyone referring to it as BioShock 4 when we never got BioShock 3?
Oh,
Yeah, come on.
buddy, come on. You know, even I can answer you that.
It's infinite. Sometimes games abandon numbers and come back to them much later.
So then, are you guys okay with calling it Mass Effect 5?
I guess someone did that, sure. At that point, it's just like the new Mass Effect works. It is weird.
Yeah,
it's so
cares?
strange. Remember when, like, Assassin's Creed? We had Assassin's Creed 2.
2, 3,
then,
4.
No, then Brotherhood
Well,
and Revelations, which were mainline, and then all of a sudden 3, and then a subtitle and a number 4, and then they were done with numbers forever after that.
All right, then what if I called Black Ops 7 Call of Duty 27?
Sure, do it.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. I'm
Apparently nobody.
Yeah,
I'm
no
the
one
guy.
would care.
I'm the guy who
Calling it
likes.
for the year it's releasing now.
Yeah, there you
Jan,
go.
I think you're exactly right. I think like at this point where it is 26, it's kind of lining up anyway. Go nuts.
I'm the
Mike,
guy
you
who
were gonna
likes
say
best.
something?
I'm the guy who likes Dark Forces 4, Jedi Knight 3, Jedi Outcast 2,
Just let him do it.
Jedi Academy. I thought the greatest thing Mario Kart ever did was when a series that never had numbers suddenly started numbering
Pretty
itself
funny.
for just a couple games.
Yeah, that's
there.
pretty good.
And then they were very insistent that the mobile game was Mario
10.
Kart 9
That was
or
10.
whatever. 10 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're right. That was 9, so this one was going to be 10. But
Yeah.
people were calling it 9, and everyone was fighting about it. I'm amused. I like the fights.
Mortal
about
Kombat
numbers.
kind of did some of that too.
Yeah.
You know, like 10 and 11 after like 4
Right.
games where they were
Right.
just like Mortal Kombat or Deadly Alliance or Deception.
Right, and like, Street Fighter was so weird. 'Cause you had Street Fighter 2 and a million spin-offs, then Alpha, which was really the first sequel, but then 3, and yeah.
There's just always like, you know, even in you know, like hardware stuff, they everyone just fumbles, you know. I feel like no one really knows what to do with that stuff until it feels
An engineer just makes up his own numbering scheme,
Yeah.
right? And puts it in the back end, and then people see that and they're like, this is the real numbering scheme. It's like, no.
Yeah, Windows came out of nowhere with numbers all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they skipped 8.
It's true. iPhones got weird for a second. We just went to X.
Yeah. What was that?
All right, we have a pair of flying-related emails. First one comes from Matt from Indiana. Hey, Bomb Crew. I'm 38 and flying for the first time ever next month for a week-long vacation to Colorado. I have generalized anxiety disorder and have never left the Midwest. So quite frankly, I'm terrified of the whole ordeal. Since you all seem to travel a decent amount for work and pleasure, do you have any advice for me? Anything from navigating the airport, staying sane on a flight, being away without getting homesick, and other things you wish you had known when you flew for or took a long trip for the first time. Appreciate any and all help. Thanks a million. Matt from Indiana.
Wow, Matt. That's interesting.
Do not
Colorado's
get
great. You're going to
blitzed.
enjoy it.
Yeah, don't get blitzed.
Oh my God, no! What?
No,
We don't even have to say that.
Go to your doctor and explain your anxieties and get prescribed with actual medicine, and then don't. You know, I understand that it can be often you'll be like anxious about taking the medicine, but no, the medicine is good and will help you.
Well, and if they prescribe something, definitely just do it on a day where you don't have a lot going on at home, so you know what to expect from the actual like. But so that is one thing. Talk to a doctor about it, and you know they might say, "Here's Klonopin, here's Xanax, or something," and those do work. But if you don't want to go right to that, which are like benzos, little, you know, they make you feel a little different. There's something called propranolol that I have found very useful because it's typically prescribed for public speaking, because what it does is
it a beta blocker?
It's a beta blocker, so it's like, you know, things like heart rate and shallow breathing and stuff like that. It'll like kind of block a lot of the physical symptoms that if you have anxiety, you know that a lot of times that's how like a panic attack can start, is you'll feel your heart rate going up and go like, oh, here we go, and then the snowball goes down the hill and you're having a full scale panic attack. So if you want to go with like, I don't want to say the harder stuff, but you know, Xanax or Klonopin, they will make you feel a little knocked out. You could ask about propranolol. Aisle seat. is very helpful for me with
Yes.
anxiety because, like, I think something that has triggered panic attacks in the past is like the feeling that you can't get up and easily leave a situation. At least at the aisle seat, once you're at like 10,000 feet, you can get up, sit in the bathroom, just walk up and down the aisle. Stuff like that helps a lot. Expect that on takeoff and taxiing, specifically on takeoff, there's going to be noises. There's stuff, the flaps going up, the landing gear going up, things going around the overhead compartments. That's all normal. Don't worry about it. Also, turbulence. That's even if that happens. Not a big deal. It feels scary or whatever.
Turbulence has never caused a plane to crash.
No,
it's
you
never,
will not
ever
crash
done that.
because
Yep.
of turbulence. And then something that really helped me out too is that, like, if you have generalized anxiety disorder, I assume you've had some panic attacks, and think about like the worst one you've ever had. It ends. They all end. Your body cannot keep it prolonged. Like, because I've had, even recently, I used to, like last year, I was kind of struggling with flight anxiety again, and I was reminded that, like, there's no way that, like, a 12-hour flight to Germany, I'm going to be having like this panic attack the entire time. Your body cannot do that. It cannot keep that up. You are going to peak. It won't hurt you. And then you're just going to feel really fucking sleepy. Think about any panic attack you've ever had. It lasts a little bit and then you just feel really fucking sleepy and it crashes. So yeah, there's ways around it. I know exactly how you're feeling. I've really struggled with this in the past, but you'll get through it. You're not going to hurt you.
Just to add to that last thing Dan was talking about of like you're going to get through it. Tell yourself that. Talk to yourself. Anxiety is your brain making up stories to scare you, and your body can get scared of things it made up in your brain. That means you can also just tell your body things. You can communicate to your body like, hey, you're safe. Hey, we're good. Hey, we're fine. And you will believe it to a certain degree. It's not going to solve everything. It's not some magic bullet. But take ownership of your body and have a conversation with it and say, we're safe, we're good, and it will help a little bit.
And another big thing here, and this applies to any panic attack, not just flight anxiety, is, you'll hear a lot of stuff of like ways to quell it and get a panic, like, do this breathing and that'll stop a panic attack, or, think about this or listen to this thing. Like, no, let it just run through you. Basically, like when you feel those first symptoms of anxiety, do not fight it. Like that's just going to make it stronger. Just be like, hey, run your course, do your thing. Hands, feet might get tingly, heart rate might go up. None of this shit's going to hurt you. You're not going to have a heart attack. You're not going to go crazy and start screaming. Just let it do its thing. It'll end.
And then, about, just homesickness or something like that. Just, keep yourself busy, right? You're going to be in a new place. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. Go and do that. Enjoy yourself. Walk around.
Make new memories. That's the whole
make
point.
memories.
That's the whole thing you're doing. You're making memories you can't make any other way. And that's how you make memories, by doing new things.
Tire yourself out so that when it is the end of the day and you're back in your hotel, wherever you are, you're just going to want to fall asleep anyways because you are so exhausted. You maybe are just laying there thinking about how you aren't in your bed and, you miss those things like that.
And then blackout drunk. Get blackout drunk.
I've also done that.
The way we are headed, the way we're headed as a society, maybe primarily as a country, there is a timeline where like Dan listing off all of those drugs ends with him saying, "Use my referral code."
I got a referral for you.
It's 1-800-DADDY. That's my referral code.
My doctor, Jack Daniels.
Thanks for the Xanax, Dad.
There's also other practical things. Get to the airport early.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Don't
be rushing.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, if you're somebody who's going to get worried about the airport, just get there 3 hours early. Yeah. Hang out, whatever.
Yeah, and hey, when you're the time of departure is not when the flight boards. Also know that.
No.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. Parking could take a bit if you have to do that. You don't want to be a situation where you're in the TSA line and you're worried about being so long that you're going to miss your flight. Like, it's annoying to have to wait there, but you don't want to have that anxiety of, I might be waiting in this and then miss my flight. Oh, no.
And I don't know if this will help with your with potential anxiety, but like a lot of airlines, most airlines now have an app. It'll update you just in case like the gate changes or whatever, so you can stay on top of that. Another level of assurance so you don't miss your flight.
If this sounds like it would help you, I did this just last year with those international flights. Like, I will talk to flight attendants ahead of time, and I will just be like, hey, just to give you a heads up, like, I've got anxiety stuff, so if it seems like I'm having a tough time or whatever, not having a heart attack, I'm just like I used to let every boss I had from like college on know that I have panic disorder and generalized anxiety disorder. So that way they know, and if I'm struggling, it's not a mystery. It's not like, why is Dan acting all weird? So, if you want to talk to a flight attendant or even a pilot or something, I've talked to pilots at my gate before, and they're always very helpful. They've been through all this a million times, and sometimes they can help you.
Also, if you take a nap and you miss beverage service, you can just call the flight attendant and they'll get you a soda. If that's what sometimes I've been stressed out, like, oh no, I missed my meal.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah,
I just go back to the galley and I'm like, got a beer?
enjoy a ginger ale. That's why ginger ale was made, gang. All right.
You do get
Candies.
extra bloaty in the air. That's a fact. You get fartier.
I don't think I've ever farted on a plane.
Also, if you're, I
Shut
looked it
up.
I don't think so.
I've never farted once on an airplane.
No, I probably have. Yeah. Extra money. Yeah.
I looked it up. The distance from Indiana to Colorado, it's about a 2-ish hour flight. So
yeah, it's
that's
good.
gonna be
done before you
That's
know
how
it.
long it takes me to
nothing.
fight at Disney.
Next email comes from Matt from Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Hey.
Bambinos. In November, I will be going to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, Japan, and have a 15-hour flight ahead of me. I currently have a Nintendo Switch 1 and finally have an excuse to play some games uninterrupted. With that in mind, what games does the crew recommend I load up on my Switch before I leave? In addition, is there anything I must do or buy while I'm in Japan? Thanks for all you do. Matt from Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
If you're gonna have a Switch, I love playing NSO games on the planes because sometimes it's something that's can be very short if I'm not gonna be up for a while. So there's all sorts of just classic stuff there. But if you want to play even like a longer NSO game, if you haven't done Earthbound, right, and you're gonna have some time to get into that, 15 hours will get you halfway through that game if you even wanted to. So yeah, that's usually my strategy. Is actually just doing a lot of NSO hopping when I'm on the plane.
Yeah, play Rygar. It's good on NSO.
There's
A
certain games,
turn-based game. I don't know, just so you're not like jumping around and hopping, bopping in your own seat.
Balatro, stuff like that. Or just any game
Vampire
that you play and you're
Survivors.
like, oh, time just melted away. Vampire Survivors is a great one. Like, those are always awesome.
Tetris Effect was very good for this for me.
And Breath of the
before.
Wild.
What's the board game collection?
Clubhouse games.
Clubhouse
Clubhouse
games. Yeah,
games.
that's
Yeah.
great,
Make
actually.
friends
Especially,
with the person next to you
Yeah.
and play some Othello or something.
yeah, some hot seat gaming, passing it back and forth. Hell yeah.
Snipper clips.
When the Switch 1 first came out, I played some snipper clips with a lady on a plane. That's the only time I
right.
did the
Nice.
rooftop party thing.
And now you're married.
And yeah, that's right. She's my second family. SteamWorld Dig 2 is from Christopher Minotti in chat. Yeah, he's right.
wow.
Yeah,
That-
that's a great one.
It's got
That's
such a
it.
good loop that that will make time melt away.
Honestly, Hollow Knight would be a good one for planes for sure. There's a lot you can dig into there, but also if you just play for a little bit, it works with that also.
If you play all the way there and all the way back, you might beat that game
Maybe.
without sleeping or eating.
Oh, Slay the Spire, Hades.
Hades.
Yeah,
So,
great,
yeah,
great
oh,
titles.
yeah, all those
Yeah.
roguelikes are good at that. But yeah.
As far as must do things in Japan, there's so much. There's so much good fucking food. Go get ramen. Anywhere you go will be good.
Super
go
Potato,
to a
if
fucking
you like retro
convenience
games.
store, and get some of the best food that'll surprise you. Super Potato, yeah.
Yeah, don't just eat like the Japanese staples. Go like if you see a burger place, it's probably the best burger place you've ever had in your entire life. Like go everywhere there. It's just great food.
Nintendo store. If you got to switch,
Yeah.
you're a Nintendo fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
The museum.
Museum. That's if it's. Oh, you're going to Kyoto. Okay, then yeah, check out the museum.
Don't
I
get
would not
too-
recommend going to Kyoto for the museum specifically. That's kind of a long haul. But if you're going to go there anyway, absolutely.
Don't be too discouraged about the language barrier as well. You can kind of parse your way out and have no problem navigating through Japan.
7-Eleven, just get a bunch of fun, convenient food. That stuff's great.
I've heard their Disneyland's amazing. You're going to Tokyo. Disney Sea. Supposed to be the best Disney theme park. I haven't been there. You can have one up on me.
I just, Mike, I'm gonna have to step in here, but I've never been to Japan, and
I'm gonna
hearing
go to Disney Sea so bad.
hearing Mike Matt is Matt's name. I'm so fucking jealous. I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
I'm jealous.
Let's go. Let's all have a boys trip.
I've
Beth,
never
are you
been
have
to
not been?
Japan.
I've not been. We go through this all the time. You're so surprised. You're like, how have you never been back?
That's impossible. You've worked in tech and
We've
games
had this.
for-
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Had
too
this
many times.
conversation.
Have it
It's
again.
a
Well, look,
stain on my legacy.
I'm finally on ADHD meds, so I'm going to remember everything from this moment forward. You're talking
yeah.
about old Dan.
He keeps telling me about this, everybody, and I'm so jealous of that. I'm like, I'm making moves over here.
How's that going, Dan? Is that you feeling?
I'm on
any
day 4,
different?
and it's been like
He's
wild.
tall,
It's
he
crazy.
is. He seems
What do you
very
mean
happy.
it's been wild? What's changed? What's happened?
I think the way my doctor put it is the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
Where
this
it's
is
like
good.
it went from feeling like I had a billion open tabs to just like one or two. Where it's like my head's just in a million different places You know, I was the guy that like walk into a room twice a day and be like, why am I in this room? And like now I just like, I went into this room to do this.
Oh,
do this.
Yeah.
it sounds amazing.
I will
So
be
far-
the judge of this.
So far, so good. I don't know if it'll affect my memory, but the ADHD is very good.
I'm
Yes.
glad you
Hell
feel
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Awesome. God. Oh, hey. Also, you wanna get jeans on the cheap? You wanna get some raw denim, baby? Go to Ginza. Hit up my boy Rio.
Yeah. I also have a list of products I want you to import for me. I mean, you know, maybe even smuggle, because it's going to be hard to get stuff from Japan now.
Send me to Japan.
Yeah.
I am shoot. Let's do this in 2026. Let's have a dude trip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
big travelogue.
To be clear, I will not go to Japan if I can't go to Disneyland there.
No, Mike,
Oh,
you
wait,
and I
no,
at least will go
no,
to Disney
dig
Sea.
into this real quick. Mike, someone comes to you right now and says, here's a free trip to Japan, but you can't go to Disney. You would say no?
Well,
for
if it's
real?
free, that's different. Like, yeah. Like, he'd be at least partially for this. He paying some of his own way. Probably
No,
paying.
I'm saying,
Yeah, sure,
Genie
somebody wants to
shows
send
up.
me out to
a Genie
Disneyland.
shows up.
Yeah, it'd be fine. It would bum me out a little bit to finally go to Japan and not do the thing I really want to do there the most. But
If
sure,
it's
I'll
free,
go
of
for free.
course.
If we're there for
okay.
like 2 weeks, I'll go to the Disney thing with you, Mike.
Everyone
go-
in chat, to be clear, no one was like, "Oh, Mike." They're all like, "Yes, absolutely, you should go to Disney Sea."
And this is the one that's like run by like a Japanese company, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
got its own unique style to it.
It's got its own style. It's got a lot of exclusive rides. It's very nice. It's good.
I would go.
It's
I would go with you.
Okay, you've sold me on it, especially if we're there now for what 7 weeks? Yes.
I think
I'm-
7 weeks is what we said. Yeah.
2026, yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing the family.
okay.
We're gonna
Alright.
get an apartment.
Oh, that'd be so sick. Oh my god.
What if we buy a house in Japan?
He's the giant bomb Japan house.
I'm going to be roommates with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You've
I would
already
not like that.
treated his bathroom like yours. So
We'll do a podcast together.
All right, gang. We got a bunch more emails.
oh, GB the Far East. There we go. Okay.
DW from Seattle. Hey, Bombinos. Did you know the big titty gacha mahjong game, Mahjong Souls, added a free single-player mode that's Balatro cross Mahjong? Don't you think it's time to fire back Giant Bomb Pawn Stars? Thanks, DW from Seattle. Pawn is a specific thing in Mahjong, so
Yeah.
that was funny for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate. Don't worry, gang.
Yeah, you do the recon work.
Yeah, I know. I already knew all this. So yeah.
All right, Jerry in Wisconsin writes in, "Hey, Bombers, for posterity, I've been trying to keep track of the games everyone on staff have collectively finished. Grubb seems to be hella into Expedition 33, so I'll count that too. Here's what I've got so far for games you all have completed this year. 1, Claire Obscure. 2, a game about digging a hole.
I didn't do
3,
that.
Watching War of the Worlds, available now exclusively on Amazon Prime.
I did that.
It's an exhaustive list. I'm sure I didn't miss anything. Cheers, Jerry in Wisconsin.
All right. Do we have any other possibilities here?
What's
I'm
the
pulling
whole
up my
game?
top 10.
What's the everyone finished the whole game?
Yeah.
Well,
We
no,
had a
backward
race
so
in
that
it?
didn't count.
I didn't do it.
That was
All right,
before we went independent.
Blueprints.
Didn't finish it.
I finished
I beat
Oh, I
Blueprints.
got to, yeah.
Okay, Backlar didn't. Avowed.
No,
No, only
I played the
halfway.
first. I played the first section.
wow.
It was like, I get it. I'm good.
Oh,
Bonanza.
man.
Bonanza, I will finish.
Yeah, I beat
Yeah,
Bonanza.
so Bonanza
Okay.
will be one of them. No, everyone
Stranding
else
2?
didn't get on my 2-point museum train, even though they're adding retro arcade you can build into your museums there soon.
All right, quit whining. Everyone beat Mind's Eye.
Ha, oh, yeah.
Twice.
God, a lot of us played Toys Pro Scare 3+4.
Yeah, but can you finish that game?
You can. You can do all the,
you
do
get all the normal
goals.
goals. You don't have to get
Okay,
the
I
pro
didn't.
goals. Doom the Dark Ages. I'm only halfway through. I
I've
gotta
not even
finish
touched
that
it.
one.
Yeah, you gotta operate on me. What?
Yeah. What have you beaten this year?
Claire Obscure.
Grim Fandango Remastered. Did anyone beat that this year other than me? Just me?
No.
Give me a couple hours.
I
I'll
did-
get through that thing.
Dan, I did play more 007 Everything or Nothing yesterday, actually.
Oh,
The
really?
motorcycle
Getting-
thing with Jaws.
I think that's up next, actually. I think it's the next mission.
great.
Excellent.
Okay, I need everyone to look at the email document right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a grand reveal, okay?
Okay.
This one comes from, oh gosh, I forgot their name. I didn't write it. I'm sorry, emailer. But they write in, "Hi, duders. On the last voicemail dump truck, someone called in to say they mistook someone for Jeff Backlar. I actually work with a guy who also looks like Jeff Backlar. He works as an IT consultant in Australia.
Oh.
I even showed my colleague a picture of Jeff Backlar, and in his words, oh man, he does look like me. Behold, Is everyone looking?
Yes.
I'm looking. Yeah, I don't see anything there, right? Because you're going to do a grand reveal. Oh, that's Chip Baccalar from Australia.
Put a hat on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy looks like me.
That looks like Chip Baccalar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say. It does look like me. Good job, sir.
Baccalar, have you ever done any like 23andMe bullshit and like seen
No.
like where your lineage is from? Okay.
No, I know what it is.
You have a good tap. Okay.
I'll tell you what, Baccalar, this guy's chin isn't as strong as yours.
Well, I mean that goes without saying, but yeah.
Glasses.
He's kind of using the slightly more round-faced me face, you know, like
And
the
this
little
guy's not
squashy
as
one.
pale as me.
Oh,
Well, he's from
me as a-
Australia. I mean, sure.
Yeah, me as in the Nintendo me. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good-looking guy.
I'll pull up the photo for folks at home while we read the next email. Let's skip that one. Let's skip
Yeah, where
that.
is your hat though, bud?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
All right. There, we don't need to always do every single food email. I'm kind of getting tired of it. Okay, this one comes from Casey from North Carolina. Hey y'all, I frequently listen to the Bombcast while cutting my grass. What's everyone's lawn mowing situation? Jeff and Jeff are dads and are constitutionally required to cut grass. Dan probably hires someone for safety purposes. Dan doesn't have a lawn. Or Jan doesn't have a lawn, and Mike's grass is probably 7 feet tall because he's a wizard. Thanks for all the hard work. Love you guys. Casey from North Carolina.
You could deliver a lawnmower to me filled with gas and put a gun to my head and say mow the lawn. I wouldn't know the first step.
You don't know the pulling the thing to start
I've
it.
seen it happen, but like I did it a few times when I was like 12 or
Right.
13. I'm
This isn't
sure
surprising.
lawnmower tech is different now. I'm sure.
I'm not surprised he doesn't do it, but no, it's not different. Well, I guess you can get an electronic one. I had an electric one, which is even easier.
You happy with that?
No. I got a cheap one, so I was
Okay.
not happy with that. I think had I gone up one step, I would have been, but I am happy still with the robot, which is what I have now.
Peepo?
you have a robot.
I've got
right?
I got Peepo. Yeah, Peepo's out there mowing the lawn, and it's been great. I've had to replace the blades once, which I thought I'd have to do a lot more frequently. You can kind of tell the grass is like looking a little bit shaggy after a mow, and it's like, okay, I got to replace these blades, and they're just tiny blades, and I got a fuck ton of them, and so they should last me for forever. And it's just really solid. It does the trick, and I like being out there while it's doing. I'll work on some other stuff. I'll do some weeding and things like that. So I'm still tending the lawn while it's doing its thing. But the grass has never looked better. It's been and it does this really great thing of like it'll continue its path like across the sidewalk, so it makes my front yard just look like this really like one continuous thing in a really satisfying way without me having to kind of like perfectly line it up and get precious about it. It just does it because it's a robot. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
How long does the robot last?
So it lasts enough to do 3/4 of my entire front, side, and backyard now. But I did get a second battery because I got the sweeping kit, which is the thing that will sweep up the grass clippings if I want. But that comes with a secondary battery that you could slide into, and there's another slot in there, and that charges the sweeping motion. But a lot of times I don't sweep because it's tiny little clippings that'll be good for the yard to kind of decompose in there. So it just runs for forever now, and it charges. You know, it goes on its dock, charges underneath my steps, gets ready to go for the next day. So every day it's ready to go, and I run it almost every day.
What do you do, Mike?
I pay people to do it. I found an app where I could just schedule a person, and I don't have to talk to them or interact with them. It just, even without me knowing, they come and cut my grass. Just do it once every 2 weeks. It's not that expensive. I was doing it here for a bit. I think I tried to tell myself I liked it. Like, oh, it's actually relaxing, and I like listening to my podcast. Actually, this is great. I didn't like it, and I really like having someone else do it for me. I feel a bit like a dirtbag sometimes. Because it's, I don't know, it's like I'm a homeowner and I, should cut my grass. Other people do. There's landscaping in my family DNA and all that, but I love paying that guy to do it. It's so nice.
What do you mean you got
Sounds like you get off on it.
Yeah, do you watch him through the blinds and you're just like, that's right?
No, but I just love coming home and like, did an errand, come home and my grass is cut.
It's nice.
And I tell you what, they do a much better job than I ever did. So yeah,
It's either that or goats,
Yeah, goats and I assume they have to poop somewhere, and I don't want to
it's
deal
those
with
little
that.
pellets that hardly counts.
Yeah, so I need another animal to eat the goat poop, but then what am I gonna do with
you have a
their
dog.
poop?
Yeah.
Right. This is like that mouse that ate a muffin or whatever. That was a moose ate a muffin. The mouse ate a cookie. Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, of course.
What are you guys talking about?
It's children's literature.
Yeah.
It's expensive though. I mean, I'm with you, Mike. It's definitely the way to go, but it adds up.
It wasn't too bad. I guess I'll just say with the tip and everything, I think it's about $60 and for everyone. Again, I do it every 2 weeks, so I guess for a month I'm paying
Not be
$120.
sharing how much I pay.
Mike's yard's not huge. I bet
It's
your
not
yard's a
huge.
little bit
It's
bigger,
deeper than
Backlar,
you
I
would
think.
expect. But that's the other thing too. Yeah, it's not a giant yard.
It's not like
that
wide
much.
though, right? So
It's not wide. It's very deep. The other thing is it gets kind of wet back there sometimes. I don't want having to deal with it. So yeah.
Right on.
Can I just direct people to what's happening on the Twitch stream right now?
Sure.
Jan's doing God's work over here.
What are you doing?
let's
What are
take
you
a look.
If you want to
doing?
describe it for the audio listeners
Oh,
here.
what the fuck is this, Jan?
Yeah, this is good.
I don't notice any
doing?
difference. This all just looks familiar to me. The lawnmower I got is like, I think Steph got it on sale, but I think typically it's like $1,200, $1,300, and it's gonna pay for itself real fast. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Last email of the show before we get to super chats. Pete from Connecticut. Is that what CT is?
Yes.
CT's Connecticut. Yep.
Connecticut.
I'm not a CT guy.
I'm not a Connecticut guy.
I'm a recovering Connecticut guy.
yeah.
There are places in Connecticut that are just fine.
I think Connecticut is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Everyone
just not
agrees
noteworthy.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Pete in Connecticut writes in, "Hey Bombcast, I collect a lot of different video game stuff, which I enjoy, but every once in a while, I look over at my shelf and feel a pang of guilt. For instance, did I really need to buy 2 analog pockets, or all of the versions of old Pokemon games, or even the PS5 Pro? Just curious, do you guys have any items that give you buyer's remorse in your respective niches, whether it's coffee, Pokemon cards, Chinese handhelds, pinball machines, expensive GameCube games, or just retro games in general? Thank you for all the content, as always, Pete in Connecticut."
I did just buy Cat in the Hat for the original Xbox, and I feel good about that. So it takes a lot. I bought an EverDrive cartridge for my NES, and I was like, this is cool. I can't wait to experiment with this. And I just haven't, and I kind of feel not so guilty that I bought the thing, because I do think it should be something I'm interested in and use, but I just haven't done it.
I bought every EverDrive for like every cartridge-based system, and then I just wind up using my Mister. So, yeah.
So yeah, similar situation.
I like the stuff I bought.
Yeah, I got that DJI, the gimbal for the phone, and it's kind of a hassle to use with the phone. And I'm like, I should have just saved my money and got the Osmo instead.
Those gimbal things suck. I hate it. It's the one where you put it in the claw, and it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
they
it's like-
never work well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it works okay if conditions are perfect. Like if the thing is perfectly balanced and I can get in there without the goddamn clamp holding down on the volume buttons, which are on the side right there. It's like, who designed these things? Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
no, I've been messing around with Hanson's DJI Osmo Pocket thing, and it's like that thing is really nice, but it's like
I know.
$800.
Oh,
so.
the price went up.
It's gone up
right?
like 3 times
Oh,
apparently.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knows why. I don't. It's a good question because we obviously all love dumb bullshit.
And I do like
Yeah.
occasionally buy stuff just to feel something, like
Yeah.
retail therapy or whatever they
it's
call
gonna
it.
be.
Yeah.
I'm going to that Cleveland Gaming Classic soon, and I'm all right. I'm just.
You got a
planning to be
budget? What's your
absolute-
budget?
Last time I went, I was
I
broke,
don't-
and I'm like, I gotta like put my money somewhere else when I go
Backlar,
there.
I don't have a budget. I'll tell you this right now.
Marks? It's question marks?
I'll tell you this right now. I want all the Mega Man Legends games, and I've looked, and they're expensive, and I'm ready to do it. If I find them there, I'm going to do it.
So when you go, okay, so I'm thinking you're gonna spend $1,500 out there.
He's
Silence.
Possibility.
you literally ate those words. Wait. So
how much
all
did
right,
you spend last time? Or actually, no, I'm not gonna make you.
Last
do
time
that.
wasn't too bad. Look, the 2 times
Last
ago,
time was like
it was a different
600.
thing.
Oh
I
wait,
bought
the time
What
before
was the
that.
Cubivore incident?
I don't regret Cubivore. I was just looking. Hasn't gone down in price yet. That's fine. That's fine.
so that's
Dan,
an
do you
investment.
remember how much he spent on Cubivore?
Yes,
$500.
$500. Yeah. Oh, Dan. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, that was keeping Chibi-Robo, which I spent $250 on, has gone down in price a smidge to $200. But that's okay. I'm not like.
How much
these
is Mega
aren't-
Man Legends?
Mega Man Legends 1, not too bad. Mega Man Legends 2 and the Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
Oh, Tron Bonne's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man Legends 2 is surprisingly expensive. Let's see. Its complete price is actually $140. Is it Tron Bonne that's really insane?
Tron Bonne says, complete price is $700 according to price charting.
$677.
Yeah.
I'll take 2.
I did the smart guy thing where it's like all my giant game collection that I bought was specifically in those pandemic years where all the prices were as high as possible, and that's when I bought like my entire collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the smart thing to do.
Okay,
It was like Punch Out. That was $300 when I bought it. It's $200 now. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's like again, I'm not actually buying investments here. I just want
to have them. So I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, gang. That about does it for emails. We did get a bunch, but
Thank you.
Precious on time. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Before we get to the rest of the week, Mike Minotti hit me with some super
We
chats.
got some super chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate you supporting us any way you can, and this is a nice way to help us out. EP Idiot Box says, "It's my birthday today. Instead of well wishes, can you all tell me to go to hell or something? Also, happy late or early birthday to all of you." EP Idiot Box, can you please just fuck off? No one cares that it's your birthday. No.
No. This is a kink for them as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I'm
That's
happy to
fine.
comply.
Yeah. You shouldn't make a big deal about your birthday. That's so annoying.
Yeah. You think you're special? Everyone has a birthday.
Wow. Happy birthday.
I hope you
Idiot
sit on your
Box.
balls.
I hope you forget to charge your
Oh,
phone.
damn.
I hope you get poison ivy.
I hope that you have one of those scabby boogers and you think no one's looking, so you go to pick at it a bit, and then it just starts bleeding a lot. And you can't do anything about it. Everyone notices. And they're like, "Oh, your nose is bleeding." And you're like, "Please don't look at me."
Too real, Mike.
I hope your crush likes someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And you sit on your balls.
Martin Hollis says, "It was my birthday on Sunday. Can I get a Yadamin?"
Yadamin!
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Magic Donut Man says, "Love Bombcast. Always a good listen." Look at that.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Magic Donut.
Man.
That's nice.
Beautiful.
Sizzlin Papaya says, "Sick Alkaline Trio hat."
Oh, thanks.
This is just my hair. Oh, you talked about him.
Oh, yeah,
That's just my hair.
both Bacalars are wearing it. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Dan. Jan. Fucking A. Just used to saying Dan after Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when you're saying something because you're annoyed, you just say "Dad" automatically.
It's just the when you
My
pull
work here is
when,
done.
when you pull the ripcord on my back, it just says Jesus Christ, Dan.
Antonio Morales says, "Grubb, your copy of Trespasser was delivered." Is this true?
I did. I got a message from my virtual office saying, "Hey, got another thing," and there's apparently a pile of stuff there. So I'll get over there this week and pick up that stuff.
Hell yeah. Ames Blank says, "It's happening. Taylor and Travis are engaged." Yeah, we talked about this whole. How do
It's
we all feel
about
about
time something nice happened to those two.
I Googled because I saw the chat say, like, have they talked about the Taylor Swift news? And I was like, what the fuck happened? And I Googled it, and Google made it, when you search now, congratulations, confetti and stuff all comes down over the
You're
Google page.
joking.
No,
that
try
seems
it.
bad.
That's
Try it.
like, yeah,
Taylor's
God,
just
that's
like-
last
just search
days of
for
the Roman
Taylor
Empire
Swift.
stuff.
Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. And now a flaming heart comes up from the bottom and it says, "And baby, that's show business for you." And there's gold confetti and stars all over the Google search page.
Gosh, this really just is our royal family now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all this.
Good for the whites.
Yeah, like I said, it's about time something
No,
good
you know
happened.
what? You can't pass this off. You can't pass this one off on us. This is all of America's problem, all right? You're gonna suffer with us.
Oh.
Zombie Porn says, "Can't wait for Grubb's Ridge Racer news." You hiding something from me, Jeff?
I just can't say anything yet. So
What?
hold
Oh
off, hold
yeah.
off, hold off, yeah.
Okay. I need
Because
it.
there's nothing to fucking say, Mike.
I got my zine. I got my Ridge Racer Type 4 zine. It's awesome. Zacy says, "Why would you assume Vamp is a vampire? He's just bisexual." I never understood that.
That is why his name is Vamp.
Yeah, right? You said that?
And he
I
is
asked-
also a vampire, let's be clear, but that's not why he's named Vamp.
Right, he's named Vamp because he's bisexual, and that is
He's
and the reason.
by coincidence also a vampire, but it's a nanomachine thing. So
And why
not really.
bisexual means you're named Vamp, we understand that fully, and we don't need to explain it any further. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is vamp slang for bisexuals? What the hell?
I think I googled this, tried to figure it out. I didn't get any answers. I don't know.
I mean,
that
I
I
just
know
assumed
of.
that because of Metal Gear, but I do that with most things.
All right, next one is Burrito says, I'm really behind the stream, but I'm sending a super chat for that awesome cover of Chrono Trigger's sewer level theme during the first break. Such a classic. Yeah, turns out Chrono Trigger has very good music.
It's got a sewer level. What is it, a Blake Club game? Jeez.
Oh, it's got a good sewer level.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's just a video game thing, it turns out.
Martin Hollis says, last question. What are your favorite weekend treat meals to make?
Oh,
That's I will say, yeah, I do go eat out a lot on the weekend. I do have to admit it. Jan, I bet
I
you
go
have
get a
good one,
burrito
though.
on the weekend and eat by myself.
Boys, I made this a while back, but I made like a pork rib ragu. Holy shit,
baby.
I'll just
Yummy.
dripping in it like it's swag goo.
Why don't you ever cook for us when you're extremely busy when we're on trips?
Yeah, with
Good
the-
question.
oh yeah.
Oh no, the last place we stayed at did have a kitchen actually.
We're busy.
No, we're
I
busy.
think extremely busy, but
Weekends are shake smoothie days in my house. I make smoothies Saturday and Sunday.
man, I should eat more. So I'm eating a lot of kimchi, but I want to get some smoothie action in there.
Bonk brought me some cheese from Gamescom from Germany, so I've just been throwing that on some Triscuits and stuff. It's been great.
That's
There you go.
contraband.
No, you can bring cheese in if it's like sealed.
Yeah, we actually looked into this heavily last time because we were at that cheese shop.
lot's
and we found
changed.
They
was
took it
okay.
out of my bag. It'll show up on a thing, but as long as it's like a sealed cheese thing, like meat and stuff, you can't do. But cheese is fine.
Loose pocket cheese is not okay, but
Right.
yeah.
Is that unwrapped cheese in your pants, sir?
Yeah,
Ooh.
pocket cheese.
Speaking about weekend treats, I don't have like a Sonic near me, the fast food place,
Drive-in, yeah.
but I have one maybe that's like an hour and a half away that I may have to come across this weekend.
Ooh.
And I saw that they have like a really long.
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
they got
I'm-
the extra long cheese coney. Yeah, the
Yeah, I've
chili
had that
cheese.
before.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Good.
So, I just realized something.
Fuck.
Yesterday, I was at an amusement park around here, and they had cheese curd stands. And I remember pointing out to a bunch of Minnesotans that, like, oh, this is very Minnesotan. You wouldn't see a cheese curd stand at a Six Flags in, Georgia or Colorado or something. And they were surprised. And I was like, yeah, cheese curds very much a Minnesota, Wisconsin thing.
Yep,
But
Wisconsin.
then I realized Sonic Drive-In, growing up in Kansas City, they were just called Cheddar Bites. And it was basically, those are just
I mean, they're
cheese
not
curds,
nowhere
basically, right?
else.
Yeah,
It's just they're everywhere in Minnesota
A&W
and
would sell
Wisconsin.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
here.
maybe they just call them different things elsewhere, like just fried
The cheese
balls
curds
or
are
something.
more common in Wisconsin, in the northern Midwest, but they still show up everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I like to get Arby's on the weekend. Dirty Erdy says, never been on the Bacalar Seth Rogen train, but I'm watching the studio on Tim Apple's Apple TV. The resemblance is unreal.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, what do I do at this point?
Yeah, you don't do
He
anything.
looks like me. I
We
was
kill
born
him.
first and that's it. It could have gone either way for us.
Yeah, we got one more squeak in here from Last Geek. Hi, Jeff. Hope you're having a good day. Did not specify which Jeff, so you two have to fight amongst yourselves on who gets
Thank
to have
you,
the
Last
best day.
I want Bacalar to have it. I want him to have it. I gift it
No,
to you.
Dan claimed it first.
Yeah, I got it.
Shit.
Later. It's mine. I get that 10, right? Can you disperse that to me?
Yeah, it's all yours.
I would
You,
love to.
Called it, bud.
Going back to selfishly the Rogan thing, I think I really need to develop a good Seth Rogen impression.
Or you
think
could
he's
get like
ve-
a scar that just makes it clear that you're not Seth Rogen. Like,
Yeah,
right.
I could mutilate my face.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I've never really worked on one, so I'm gonna try and work on one.
You do a laugh, just like a workshop a laugh right now.
Just like
I got it. That's good. Yeah, you're getting there.
something like that. I don't
Little
know.
Sesame Street. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Can we do a thing real quick where we recommend people go watch stuff or look at something that's not a game?
Sure.
What?
All right, thank you for your
Okay.
permission. How comedy was destroyed by an anti-reality doomsday call on the Elephant Graveyard's YouTube channel. That was really good. It's a lot of stuff that's like I've always been like, yeah, this is how I felt, but it was nice to get the sense that like, oh, 1 million people have watched this and agree comedy sucks right now because of Joe Rogan and that Kill Tony idiot. And then you go in the comments and there's just like 1 million people going, I just miss Norm. I'm kind of glad Norm's not here to see it like this. And it's like, okay, it feels like shit's healing a little bit, and it's happening in videos like this. It's an hour and a half. It's a good watch.
The recent Twitch bot stuff has me like putting on a tinfoil hat.
What's the
about
Twitch bot stuff?
Which stuff?
There's just like been a culling of like Twitch bot viewers, like people inflating like Twitch stream numbers, right? And I feel like, and then you look at like what's popular on and you're just like, how is like some of these podcasts? And I don't know. Again, maybe I am, reaching too far, but I gotta think. I know Twitch is probably the most botted platform, right? But I gotta imagine some of that flows over into YouTube and some of this other shit.
Perhaps YouTube did a purge recently, right? Because I saw that in my both of our channels. A bunch of
fanning the flames of the sort of thing you're talking about there, Grubb, for sure. So
yep.
Josh Johnson is a stand-up comedian. I really like him a lot. He's new. He's fun.
Good. Yeah, there's good comedy out there. It's just like, it's been poisoned by Joe Rogan. Jesus.
What a dweeb.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not funny.
He's just
Anyone
nasty.
else got any
if you want
other
my hot
reps?
take.
Big Fat Meatballs is the new track from AJ and Big Justice.
It's been stuck in my head, Dan.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that sucks. You guys are idiots. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't have a defense.
That shit sucks.
It's funny because it sucks. Yes,
Yeah.
that's why we watch it. Yes.
I'm with you to a point on that.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a good song, but it makes.
I watch that and I'm just like, I feel like I have a concussion when I watch shit like that.
We all can agree that it's insane that Bobby Flay replaced Tiffany Derry on his Titan show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Fucking insane. Tiffany
Don't have
Derry.
to say anything more about that to understand what's happening.
Can't believe it.
I got a real one. It's look up. It's a 5-minute clip on YouTube, and it just titled "Alien Resurrection: Ripley's Basketball Scene." And it's a part where they're talking about the scene in Alien Resurrection where Sigourney Weaver really wanted to make this shot over her back for this thing, and they all wanted to CG it or rig it up or something. And she was like really fighting for it, and they gave her like one shot to do it, and she nailed it. And it's like Ron Perlman and all them talking about how it's the coolest shit. Like
I think
I
you
love
should
Roman popping for it.
Yeah,
you see the reactions, right? Yeah, like they're all their faces. Like when she does it, everyone
and
like
she does it, and Ron Perlman's like, "Holy fucking shit!" Just went straight in, nothing but net. So fucking cool.
God, she's so cool.
She's the best. Yes.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. Shouts to Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Dana Barrett.
Yeah. One other one real quick. Only the Brave is Joseph Kaczynski. He's the guy that did Top Gun Maverick, and he did F1. This is a movie from a couple of years ago. It's about firefighters. That one's pretty good as well. That's a hell of a dad movie right there. So if you like my dad movie list, go check that out on Letterboxd and get that movie on there as well.
You know what? Fargo. That's a good movie.
Hell yeah.
I didn't watch that recently at all.
Fargo's good.
Hey.
Yeah, Fargo's fantastic.
All right, boys. What do we got going on for the rest of this week? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Game Mess mornings popping off. Right, Grubb?
Yep, that's right. Back. Actually, we have Matt Piscatell on the show tomorrow because I think the new number should be out. So we'll be hanging out with Matt on the show then.
I cannot wait to look over the Circana report.
Jeff and I were going to play Kirby co-op with the new expansions, and because we just assumed that'd be something we could do, and then realized, no, you can't play online co-op with the Kirby
If I did drive to your house, would you want to do it co-op locally? Thursday, I could maybe make that work.
If you want to come here, sure.
We should all fly to Mike's place to play Kirby.
Surprise, Mike. That's where I'm going this week. Blake Club continues. Jeff Passer continues tomorrow.
I hope I finish it tomorrow because I think that would be perfect for this game. 3 strong episodes and then get on to Mike's game. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You're on pace too, I think.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about Mike's game, but I did help with the costume with Grubb, and that I'm excited about. Yeah,
it's you're not gonna want to miss it.
Two things I would like to promote.
Please.
Are we done with the content?
No, there's so much content.
No, I'm saying for like that you were talking about right here now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. 2 things. Go to the website, giantbomb.com, and you have to log in. And I want you to log in because we need you to join the revolution and opt in so that we can carry your user data and information over to our brand new website, which I'm not going to lie, it's like done already. No,
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it's
not-
like Metroid Prime 4.
No, it's not done.
totally.
That game's not done.
Chuck is gonna slap the shit out of me next time I see him. No, but please do that. Make sure you log in and make sure you opt in if you are cool with doing so, so that we can bring your account over to the new site. It's as simple as that. We're not going to shut up about this for the next great while. So until this new site does launch later this year, we're going to be asking you to do this pretty regularly. So please do us the favor. Go to the website, log in, and click on all the necessary buttons and whatnot to preserve your giant bomb legacy. Do it for posterity. Do it. Save the internet. Transfer your account over. That's the first thing.
Save the internet, save your account, save the cheerleader.
Yeah, save the empire.
Save the.
Listen, the second thing I'd like to promote is more personal. My wife. I would like to promote my wife.
Your wife.
If you, I would like to promote a magazine. That's right, folks.
All this. This is
They
so cool.
done wrote an
Yeah.
article about my wife, the Producers Guild of America, in Produced By Magazine, which apparently is a magazine you can buy in a physical form, or you can read about it on the internet. They did a whole profile on her. It's super sick.
It was cool looking.
Yeah, it's very impressive looking. I'm very proud of her. She's very cool. She's a lot cooler than I am. So if you want to spend a minute and read that article on the website, go for it. It's producersguild.org. And I just wanted to say that I'm very proud of her, and it's super cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
There we go.
All right. Continuing on with the rest of the week. Grubb, Minotti. Whether or not Grubb shows up at Minotti's house, we'll figure out something else to do on Thursday afternoon because we are moving the voicemail dump truck to Friday. And we'll have UPF before then. Grubb will continue his playthrough through Skies of Arcadia.
Yep.
And
9 on Friday.
We'll try and get a quick look in the can. Anything else popping off, boys?
Monday is Labor Day, so we're gonna have that day off. But I might still pop in and maybe continue my Civ playthrough. I think I'm gonna have some time to do that, and I'll move Mega Man to a Wega Man. We'll do that on Wednesday.
Yay!
So.
Yes. And this weekend is PAX West. Once again, go visit our friends over at MSI. Tell them we sent you. Do not yell Mobo at them. Or
Yeah.
do.
It's up to
maybe
you.
yell Mobo at them.
We're not responsible.
And Jipu. That won't get you entered into their contest, but just tell them we sent you, and then you'll get entered in. You could win some fun goodies. All right, I think that about does it for this week's Bombcast. We'll see you next week for another episode. He's been Jeff. He's been Jeff. He's been Australian Jeff. He's been Mike. He's been Dan. I've been Jan. And you at home have been gorgeous. Everything's working. The skincare is going great. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Goodbye.
Mobos!
Jipu.